back with another create stream where we continue our survival horror game. I've got a couple of cats with me in the room today, so they're kind of taking up some of the space. Yeah, he's yawning because I started talking. I started to wake him up. So let me just get the... Yeah, see, I told you, I wasn't lying. There really is a cat here, see? He's just waking up. He had a big nap. I just need to make sure he doesn't break anything, because I've got a lot of equipment here, don't I? Hey, you sit back down. Right, I think he's gone back down for his nap. So, I'm going to use my iPad today. Normally I use the laptop, but for some reason, I don't know if anyone has cats, but they always love to like sleep on top of things, and he's sleeping on top of the laptop like perfectly. I don't know why, but so I'm using the iPad today instead. So hopefully the chat will still be functional. Hey Isaac Clyde, welcome. You missed the last stream, but you can redeem yourself today. Hey Alpha Werewolf, welcome back. Hope you're all having a great week. Hey, it's Red Stool, ULBA Kitty. Oh, thanks very much. Is that my new nickname? Oh, it's Panic Man. Panic Man, yeah, he made a Thursday stream for once. That's fantastic. Hey, what's up? Yeah, doing pretty good. How are you? How was your game? I have 2 cats in my room right now. Yeah, it's kind of distracting sometimes. I've got one on the floor and there's one like in front of me, but he's not blocking anything. But because I started talking, he kind of woke up a little bit. But okay, they'll keep me less stressed when I'm creating. I have 2 cats. Isaac, I'm going to get you. Yeah, Panic Man. He's never going to stop, Isaac. You're just going to have to accept that he's coming for you. Didn't know you have a cat. That's lovely. Yeah. I have 3, actually. And they're all different colours, of course. I have 2 cats and 2 dogs, so I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah, because before cats, I never had a dog. I've always wanted a dog, but I never got one. Sad face. But the only animals I had like a budgie, and then I had a rabbit, and I had a hamster. So it was all like, you know, things that you would keep in a cage, you know, whereas cats, they're a bit more free, let's say. Yeah, I had 24 cats when I was a child. 24 cats! Wow. Oh, hello, he's making a cameo. You're getting famous. 24 cats, that's a lot of cats. It's almost like the 24 TV show, like every hour a new cat turns up at your door. My game is doing good. Oh, that's excellent. I'll need to check out. I noticed you sent me a comment about you were having a problem or something in your game. I still need to watch that video, so I'll get to that today or tomorrow. I never really liked dogs myself. Cats for life. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people say that, don't they? I guess I like dogs because they I guess they're more playful. However, I have to say that my cats are more like dogs because they do like to play and they do like attention. They're not like the cats that roam around and try and stay away from humans. Just try to make sure the volume's okay. Normally I put the mic here, but because the cat's here I had to move the mic over here. So just let me know if it's not as good as before. So last week we did the diner scene with the usable cheeseburger. Let me just... I'll show you what I did whilst I remix this. So there's John Jerry Steve. Can't forget him. He's always going to be there. Never forget him. So we made the diner. It was just a rough sort of sketch of what we think is going to happen. Thinking about it, I'm definitely going to make the kitchen bigger, so I'm going to move this wall back a bit more, and so that there's a kitchen here. Maybe I might just build the kitchen. I'm not going to do it today, but I think it's something I'll do if I think the gameplay, it makes sense for the gameplay. and I'm going to create a corridor here so that as the kitchen extends, the wall's going to extend, so the fire exit is going to be like, you know, back here. But I think it's more or less done. We just need to get like some more food, some menus, some drinks. And I had an idea that the area we're going to make today is like a convenience store, and it's just when you exit here. This is the alleyway, let's say. So you go down here, and then the store's like here, but you have to enter it from like the, let's see, the building the building ends here, so we have to go through. There's like a back entrance to the store here, or it could be on the side. I haven't decided yet, but I'm thinking maybe the store's locked, and to get the key, maybe there's like a dead guy here slumped over the table, and he's got like his wallet with keys, and maybe he was the store manager or the store owner. That way it gives the restaurant some more of a purpose, so you actually have to explore the restaurant a little bit, and then you get the key, and then we'll go into the store. So we're going to make the store today. It's not going to be a massive store, it's going to be more like a convenience store, which could look quite good, because if it is a small store we could probably pack it full of lots of items, and it might look quite cramped, and I kind of want to do that tense sort of scene where if you go in the store, it's like if you like, maybe there is a zombie, maybe there isn't, but you feel like so claustrophobic that you're just hoping that there isn't any zombies kicking about. 22 in 1 litter. Wow, I didn't realise that cats had that many kittens. 2 adult cats, 22 kittens at once. Wow, that's insane. Did you sell them all, or did you raise them all? I'm curious what that would have been like. I've got a pit bull and a miniature pincher. Wrong spelling. Both are crazy playful most of the time. That's nice. I guess like especially pit bulls, they get a really bad reputation from people, you know, for being like aggressive and stuff. But I'm sure that it's really just the owners that contribute to that. I'm sure your pit bull's lovely. My cats are both kittens. Oh, so they're quite new. My cats are like a year and a half, 1 year, and about 7 months, the other one. And they're all different. They all have like their own personality. It's strange. Kittens are adorable, yeah. They're really tiny. My kittens are pretty playful too, actually, although one of them is a bit more reserved than the other. Okay. Yeah, they all have different personalities, so they're always going to be a bit different. Yeah, they are, yeah. You got to have a bunch of grocery items scattered around the floor, like people were grabbing stuff like crazy. Yeah, everything's pretty much everything's on the floor except from toilet paper, because the toilet paper is gone. That was the first thing people took. That's a good idea, Alpha. Yeah, I'm going to try and get as many products, as I can, and maybe leave a bit of a mess everywhere, and maybe have like a shelf that's sort of fallen over. My pit bull is the sweetest thing. Most pit bulls aren't bad. You're exactly right about the owners. Yeah, it seems like it depends on the owners because if they hit the dog, or if they kind of, you know, encourage it to attack people, then obviously, you know, it's going to attack people, right? So they definitely get a really bad reputation. Right, let me get rid of some of these. I guess I'll keep one of these because if we're going in the store, we're probably going to need one at least. Right, let me just get rid of everything. I'm thinking, so this was a fire exit, but I think the back entrance to the store, I don't think I'm going to do a fire exit because it's a small store. I don't really think they would have a fire exit. Maybe, I don't know. As long as I've got a back entrance, because the front entrance is where you are going to pretty much go onto the street again before you get to the private car park. So there's that. I'm not going to use this door, I think, but I'll keep it here just in case. Right, so we'll just pretend that this is our store here, right? I need to actually up the volume here because I was playing a Dream last night and it was so loud that I had to turn it down. It's crazy. So let's see, so music up to normal, keep the sound at 7. Okay, there we go. Yeah, that's right, Media Molecule, we have imported real music before the update. These tracks were not possible until, you know, you ruined it. But yeah, these tracks, don't worry, like I'm not going to publish these tracks, don't worry. It's just for the stream. Relax. Alright, I'm just roaming around here for no reason. So there's not going to be shutters on this one because you have to leave the store, right? So it's a store, it's a small store, so I'm thinking single door, maybe? Hold on, let me just kind of scope into that one. So we'll assume this is like our it's the entrance, but it's actually the exit, because this is where we need to go onto the streets. So let me just grab like a door, and then, because I don't want the store to be too big. So let's try and flesh this out, right? So if we have, hold on, this will probably save me a lot of effort if I just do this. Right. So I still need to figure out exactly where everything's going to go. So let's look for some shelves. Maybe I'm going to see if there's any like fully things that have been fully made. So like if I search for a supermarket, will it give me, like, that could look good. I mean, if it's ready made, it actually helps me, because then I don't have to make this stuff. I thought that was like toilet paper there. I don't know why I was like so obsessed with toilet paper. I thought that was some there. So there's some shelves here, which is quite good. Someone's actually made a full store, but see, this store's quite big. I don't want to make this kind of thing. I want to make it a bit smaller. Same as with this one, it's quite big. I'm not making a proper supermarket. It's just a store. I don't know if this is like a full supermarket, or is this just, yeah, this is, someone's made a full one. I don't know why people insist on keeping these giant blocks. Let me just see what's in here. I'm curious. Right, so yeah, he's using a lot of the same things that I was going to use, like the shelves and stuff. Probably change the colour of the shelves though. You've got the produce, which is quite cool actually. And he's got his fire exit, of course. Oh, those doors look quite nice. They're this goes into the back room. I used to work in a supermarket, I know this place. See, it seems all happy out here, you know, you're doing your shopping, and then suddenly you come in here and oh my god, it's depressing. Honestly, it's so dark. It's like they don't care. The walls are all dark grey. The lighting is awful. It's all horrible, you know. And it's cold, it's wet and damp, you know. It's, you know, packed full of stuff that you need to rummage through. It's like, see, working at a supermarket, right? You start to appreciate it, people that work there, a bit more, because like say you're going, you're shopping, and there's like one product that you want and it's out of stock, and it's like, oh, can you go and look in the back for me to check it out? You think it's simple, you think, there's a section with that product in the back. Oh no, let me tell you, as soon as you walk into the back of a supermarket and you're looking for that one item that they're looking for, so you check the system and it says yes, there's one in stock, so then you have to look in the whole bloody warehouse for this one tiny thing, and it, like 99% of the time, the product you're looking for is at the very back, and at the very bottom of all the products. So not only do you need to dig through everything, and you need to dig to the very bottom, and it takes forever. And then once you take that little item out, it's usually like in the middle of like a pile, so you need to dig everything out, get that one little item, and then you need to build it all back up again and push everything back, and then you give it to them. And sometimes they lose patience, and the customer just, nah, never mind, I'm going to walk away. And I'm like, I've got all that out for you for nothing. So if you ever ask anybody for anything that if it's in stock, just know that sometimes it's pretty painful to do it. But also, I'll give you a tip as well. Sometimes people, the employees are lazy because they know how difficult it is. So if you go into a supermarket and you ask for something, if it's in stock, and they see if they use the excuse, or the delivery isn't in yet, or no, we don't have anything. They might be lying, because they've probably looked and thought, oh my god, it's at the back, at the very bottom, like, oh my god, that's going to take me like half an hour just to get that. So they'll be like, oh no, I'll just tell them it's not in stock, it's not worth the hassle, you know. Happens sometimes. But I was a good employee. I always made sure I got the products if they were available. So oh, what the hell? The object you're deleting is too big to undo. I did not know that even existed. Goodbye. So clearly there's a limit to the size of something that you can undo. So be careful if you undo something. It could be the undoing of you. Right, so let's look for maybe we can use this counter, maybe this looks a bit better. Boom, I like that. It does look a bit better. It's even got the same one that we used. See? I don't know what this is. Is someone buying a top hat? Or something? Strange item to have. I like that though. That's quite cool. You can change the price. I mean, clearly the products need to be replaced, because, you know, we're aiming for some graphical quality here, and, you know, I'm not going to start putting this stuff on my shelf. Cat kit. That's how you avoid copyright. So I like most of it. I just need to change the shelves, because I think the shelves are a bit nonsense. It's alright, but I'm aiming for slightly higher quality, you know. So let's say I just delete. I mean, I'm going to make that bigger, I think, because I don't think it's... Oh. Sometimes I never know how far you need to scope in to actually delete something, you know. It's a nightmare. Absolute nightmare. Right. Let me just twirl this around. I'll just put it there for now. I know it's too big, but we can fix it later. That's why I don't like using like community assets that are more structured like this, because if you want to edit them, sometimes it's a pain, because you don't know where everything is. Like when you scope in, it doesn't tell you what's in each scope, you know. So you have to keep experimenting to see how far in you need to go. So we'll keep that for now, just to give us a wee reference. And if there's any more shelves, let's see, there's a supermarket kit. So it's quite good. I appreciate people that do these kits, although I don't appreciate when people publish stuff and then they make it private. Well, what's the point in making a collection, you know, if you're going to make everything private. So there we go, there's our store shelves. Let's see, I mean, it's pretty basic, but it does the job, right? So we'll start throwing down some of these just to get an idea. I'm going to just check the scale first, because obviously, you know, you don't want it to be too small. So the top shelf needs to be proper top shelf, you know. You need to proper reach for that stuff. Look, he's trying to grab the top shelf. So like top shelf is like head level, because considering this isn't a supermarket, it's just a convenience store, so normally the shelves are a bit smaller, aren't they? So I think that'll be good. And so I'll just practice making a structure with these shelves, and then once we have a store layout, we can actually just destroy everything and, like, you know, make things like move like that, just to, or make them like fall over or something, so that it looks like there was a proper struggle. Let me just catch up here on some comments before we continue. Food, medical supplies thrown about, those would go first. Oh, definitely. Some pills all over the floor. Drinks too, an open freezer, fridges. Oh my god, I think that would be the biggest horror of all. Someone who left the freezer door open. I think that's what we need to do. Food scattered on tables as people rush out from emergency. Yeah, the place has been looted, but still destroyed. Hey Small Who Man, welcome back. Hope you're having a great week. What did I miss? Nothing really. We're just starting the store, really. After you leave the restaurant. I don't know if you were there last week. We made the restaurant, and now we're going on to the sort of like a small convenience store. And this is potentially one of the last areas in the street that you'll visit. But when a pit bull gets mentally damaged, then that will always remain. Even if you rehome it from there, you can't blame the owner if something happens. I suppose that would be the exception, I guess, if the pit bull's already been damaged by the owner, you know. So it's like the origins of this trauma could be from the owner. Everything's small, yeah. And 5-minute audio recordings, because people had to grab as many of them as possible before update 2.08. Yeah, exactly, and we're already on 2.09 because they messed up that update, which is, it's awful now, because I don't want to start any voice acting until they fix it. I do not want to do that. So let's see if they improve it within the next 3 or 4 weeks. Because it's ridiculous, and a lot of people seem to agree that it is ridiculous, so hopefully they actually listen. But I think it's quite, I think something just broke. I think it's quite weird though that they would say, oh, we're changing it to 15 seconds, but do let us know what you think in the feedback forums. Then they must know that it's an awful decision. Why would you ask for feedback? No one is going to say, yeah, 15 seconds, that's great. Restrictions, I love those. You know, why don't you do more? Why don't you just make the audio like 5 seconds? Because, you know, you could say a few words in 5 seconds and then that's good enough for me, you know. I don't know what they were expecting, you know. I think they, in their head, they probably thought, yeah, most people probably don't use audio that much. We could 15 seconds is probably enough to get the job done, but you restrict a lot of people and you actually kill a lot of people who make live music or something, or people that want to do monologues or do a proper take like me, where I like to do like multiple takes in the one audio. I don't like to like record and then like try and do my lines before 15 seconds and then it's like, oh, I need to do another one, and then I need to grab the controller, because I don't like to hold the controller when I'm voice acting. I like to put it down and, you know, use my hands to act. Very true, yeah. That's true with any breed though. Yeah, I suppose if you mistreat any animal, they're not going to be too happy about it, you know. 15 seconds isn't good enough to record on. That's far too short. And like I always said, like 15 seconds worth of copyright music is still copyright, so they're not really, you know, solving the problem, because if there's a song for 15 seconds, is that okay now? I don't know. Technically you're allowed to put like 3 seconds, I think. I think it's 3 seconds of a song or a clip. If it's more than 3 seconds, then it becomes major copyright. Because I think you can use like up to 3 seconds as part of fair use. So why don't you do that, Media Molecule? Why don't you reduce the audio to 3 seconds, and then that way everything's great. Even with only 15 seconds to record, you can still stitch a tune together as long as it all connects well. Yeah, but it's a pain. It's a pain in the ass to do that, you know, and I just don't want to do that. I don't know why I do that, especially when I've been using Dreams for like a year now, maybe more. So I think it's just the wrong way to go. If we start restricting stuff, where does it end? You know, they're going to keep restricting things because it seems to be the best solution. So that they definitely need to come up with a better solution, like use like what YouTube use, where if you get like a strike, they remove like your ability to live stream or to do other things, to make longer videos, like longer than 15 minute videos. So if Dreams does that, everyone gets a shot to play by the rules. If you don't play by the rules, then your privileges get revoked. And then if you continue to do it, then you'll get banned. And I think that's the better way to do it. Actually, I saw some Gore FPS templates yesterday. I don't know why, but it was super cool. I guess it's because you're not really used to seeing it. I remember Gore in Little Big Planet. It was quite interesting. People used to use like the ketchup sticker to make it look like blood. Woo Gore. Oh, Gore's the best, right? If you voice act, it is very hard with 15 seconds to go on. Yeah, and you need to make sure you get your line perfect. You can't mess up. You go, oh, I need to do another one, I need to do another one, you know. Or in your head, you're thinking, okay, I need to get this line done before the 15 seconds is over. So you really can't waste any time. I was going to have voice acting in my game, but I don't know anymore. I guess it depends on your style. I'm always going to use voice acting. I love voice acting in my games. I don't think it would be as good for me because I like to put a lot of story into things. So for me, yeah, voice acting is pretty crucial, and that's why it's hurting me so bad. LBA sound like he's got a cold. Is he okay? Yeah, I'm okay. I'm not too bad. Yeah. I don't have the virus, if that's what you're trying to say. Let's hope so. Don't worry, I'm good. I hope not. You want me to die? I mean, I hope he doesn't have a cold. Alright, yeah, I'm changing your answer now. I meant let's hope he's okay. Let's hope he dies in a fire. Right, what a collection. Yeah, it was some collection, wasn't it? It was like nothing there. Hey Zwickful, welcome back. I hope you're having a great week. Hope you're staying safe. We're doing the store today. I'm just catching up on some comments. As always, I'm quite far behind. Voice acting, yeah, voice acting just not happening in my game now, sadly. I mean, you don't have to, I suppose. You know, you could definitely do some short clips for your game, like picking up a gun and then going like, oh yeah, or, you know, just something simple. But if you can definitely implement voice acting, hopefully they sort everything and then it's back to normal. Because I think voice acting is like the best thing, to be honest, for me personally. I'm enjoying Persona 5 Royal, but I need to finish a project in Dreams before Saturday. Is that your Final Fantasy project? I don't know if you published it yet, because I know you were trying to finish it before Persona arrived. I gave feedback to their YouTube channel. I'll go for it. Destroy them, please. Quite ironic how in Dreams it's becoming a nightmare to record audio. Yeah, pretty much. You're a nightmare to do everything these days. The only good thing about the new update is the new puppet template, and that's it. And that in no way, shape or form compensates for the restriction. Yeah. And I mean, is anyone going to use the platform puppet? I mean, it's a nice addition. But is anyone going to use it? That's what I want to know. For any of your personal projects, because I'm not. I mean, I've got maybe one project I could use it for, but most of the stuff that I'm making is going to be more like proper human characters. Dreams shouldn't be about anything related to restrictions. Yeah, especially when you get a community that's like so used to creating with the tools, and then suddenly, oh no, we can't do this anymore, so it's not so good. Persona is great. Yeah, I've only played I've played a little bit of Persona 3. I played more of 4, and that's it. But I really need to give myself time to play them, because I only played them on the Vita and the PSP. But there's so many games in my backlog that it's just going to have to wait for now. I personally think they should reduce the amount of time to record to 1 second. Let's challenge ourselves, 1 word at a time. I think that would be like definitely a good challenge. Maybe that's what they could do for the community jam, you know, like use the 1 second audio tool and make a level out of it, and then it gets people, you know, creative. Yeah, they shouldn't punish all of us, only the offenders. There should be no copyright material in Dreams. Have bans, if not obeying the terms of service. Yeah. Yeah, the strike system would be a way better solution. Oh, hello. He's standing up. It's like right in my face. It's funny, do you ever notice this when cats, like, they stand up, and rather than just sit back down again, they stand up and then they kind of twirl around a bit. They walk around in a circle and then they sit back down where they originally were. That's weird. No dramatic pauses in audio now, yeah. As long as people know how to piece it together. LBA could still do the in Serious Sam type game, yeah. I'd need to do the bomb guys, the hey, do live stream tutorials. Oh man, I would, but then I think I would mess up. I think I would do something, and then I wouldn't know how to explain it on the spot. So I'm going to definitely try and do some videos for it, I think. Yeah, it's my FF7 thing. I'm working on the end scene right now. Hurry up, got to get it finished. So close to the end. I probably still could do voice acting, considering my game has all the Zelda influences. Not sure if I need it. I mean, you could definitely make your game without voice acting. There's no pressure, and then maybe once you finish your game, maybe you could add voice acting to test it, and then you can make a decision if you think it's necessary or not. Because not all games need voice acting, that's true. Just for me personally, I really like it, so maybe I'll have a small side project with a self-made character using the new template. I suppose it doesn't hurt to try and make some things a bit different. So I might even give the template a go myself. Happy that my copy of Resi 3 Remake came today though. You swine! You swine! You absolute swine! Get out! Right. I've downloaded it on PSN, so it's technically on my system. I just can't play it until midnight tonight. I don't even know if I'll play it at midnight tonight, because I was planning on doing a hardcore stream tomorrow. Still need to wait and see, because you know, usually when I come home from work on Friday I'm quite tired to stream, so we'll see how it goes. By the way, Red Stool, I don't know why, but like I've noticed that when your music player, sometimes the next track doesn't play immediately. There's a bit of a delay. I don't know if that's a problem with maybe some of the logic, but I can't explain it. Sometimes like a track will finish, the next one will play, but then sometimes the track just doesn't play at all for like maybe 30-40 seconds, maybe more. I don't know if that's something that you could take a look at maybe. If LBA livestream tutorials, he'd turn into Neon the Coder. Yeah. Oh, it's quite funny when you watch Neon the Coder. It'll show you something. No doubt I do the same thing. But it'll show you something, and every so often you go, okay, like, alright, okay, you know, it's like it does it all the time. I've noticed it. Alright. But yeah, I can't. I tried to watch his tutorials. They're so long. I don't have the best the best focus when it comes to watching these things. So I prefer a more condensed, step-by-step method. And I hate it when you watch a tutorial and they show you how to do something, and you're working so hard. It's a long video. You're putting everything together. And then near the end they test it and they go, oh wait, it's wrong, and then they go back and they change everything that they've just shown you, and you're like, I was just like memorising how to do all this stuff and now it's wrong, you know. So it's like, if you don't edit your tutorials, then it's like I'm learning mistakes and then I'm fixing the mistakes at the end, you know. That's why I prefer a more structured method, but obviously those videos take a bit longer to create. I can't stand Neon. Yeah, hardcore stream. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. In before, Resident Evil 3 Remake has an Isaac mode. Oh yeah, Resident Evil 2 has an Isaac mode as well. I completed it. Both characters, hardcore, first time. Not to brag. But no doubt I'll try Resident Evil 3 and I'll be so terrible at it, because it's been a long time since I've played the second one, and the controls are quite similar. In before is the new catchphrase. Copyright games is fine. People like making their favourite game or a sequel of a game that won't get made. Example, I made a sequel to a Nintendo game that never had a sequel for more than 30 years now. That's what your Equinox game. That bugs me so much. Sorry. Okay. Okay, right. That should be public domain by now. I don't know how games work with public domain. I know like music, it's really easy to get public domain, but games and movies, I'm not sure how that works. About my music player, I had to guess a timer that counts up until the end of the music track. So if the timer is wrong for certain tracks, then there will be a delay to the next one. Okay, I'll need to have a look and then maybe edit that. I'm surprised you used a timer. I thought you would just use like the sequencer, the timeline, sorry. Like when the timeline runs out, then automatically it starts the next track. That way you don't have to like customize all the numbers, you know. LBA forever. Oh yes, forever. We'll be here until we're dying from the virus. Right, so let me get back to this then. So like I said, I don't want to make it too big of a store. So you walk in, ding. We should put like a little bell at the top, you know, ding. So you come in, and the first thing you see, I don't know if you want to see like a shelf that's like blocking your vision. So maybe, let's see. So we're walking in. If this was you in real life, you walk in like this. I think that would be a bit better. And then, oh, Nemesis is coming. Then we can put a, you know, one of those little side racks. We could put one there maybe. And then we could just like, let's see how. I guess that's good for like a couple of people to walk past, to walk through. Just try to get it like accurate to this, you know. Let me just bring this wall forward a little bit. Big Nemesis is going to be a pain in my ass tomorrow. I can't wait. Can't wait. I actually recently completed the original Resident Evil 3. I downloaded it again on my Vita, and I was playing that. And I completed it, and I thought the game was still pretty good. I mean, I love Resident Evil, so you know it's not that much of a surprise really. But I think it still holds up, and I'm excited to see some of the changes in the remake as well. That was weird why that didn't line up properly. Let's do that. Right, that looks kind of what I'm looking for, I guess. So we've got a couple of shelves here, and then we've got I might replace this one. So like I said, I don't want this to be too big, so I'm thinking like there's some shelves here. This is obviously the counter, you've got some stuff here, so I think maybe it's probably good to have like some frozen stuff here, or maybe some drinks, the drinks cabinets here, and then maybe here there can be like some, I don't know, magazines or frozen stuff, I don't know, or maybe the magazines can go on the wall. So I think that's a good size. So like say, oh, the door's going crazy. Let's just say the door was here, right? This is the door to get out the back of the building. So let me just put it, I'll put it here. So when you enter from the streets, it's like you're kind of here. So you're coming around. I'm going to put a couple more of these, maybe like twist them round like that maybe, although these are quite big, so let me see, maybe something like that. I just need to like move it over a bit. So let's say it's like something like that. So we'll get some more shelves there, so you come out here, there's some shelves here, there's some stuff on the wall, some magazines or whatever, but it's not, I'm going to try and make it so that it's not so simple to just, you know, run out and walk straight to the exit. I want to try and make it like things have been like thrown down on the ground, so you kind of have no choice but to maybe like walk around this way, and as you're walking around this way, either this way, maybe there's an item here and it's blocked here, or there's an item here and it's blocked here, so you have to go through one of these little aisles to get to the exit. And you're going to come to this area twice in the game, because the second character, he has to come through this way at the start of the game, because he's going to enter the hospital through the private car park. But the first character, she won't enter this area until maybe like 3/4 of the way through the game. So she leaves the hospital and she has to go back through the streets, and she visits the areas of the street that she never visited before. Same case with the other character, he'll visit the other parts of the streets that he never visited. So I'm thinking all the scenes that we've already experienced with like the second character running through this store, when the first character comes here, she's going to come through this way, and I want to like change it up a bit. So like imagine you've already completed the campaign with the second character, right? So you've already ran through this store, you know what it's all about. But when you play the game again as the first character, and later in the game you come here and you come to this place and you're like, oh, I played this already as the other character, so I know where to go, I know what's going to happen, but I'm going to change things. I'm going to like make some more events happen. You know, maybe there's not a zombie the first time round, but then there's something in the store the second time around. Keeps you on your toes. You only really notice these things if you play both campaigns, because you can experience their perspective. But other than that, yeah, I just want to try and keep it as unique as I can, really. So let's get this wall and then just start to structure it a little bit. Just put that there for now. I'm going to fix that though, so it goes like further towards the wall. So let's get, see, I wanted to get some, I don't know if they're called buckets or bays or something, you know, like it's not a shelf, but it's like a bin, you know, where you can just like put your hand in and get like, maybe it's like vegetables or crisps or something like that. That way we can fill out the space a little bit more, and maybe there's like the shelves have been tossed over. Let me see here. Modern professional video game scorers be like, plays 2 chords, give me 5,000 euros. Wow. LBA, did you hear that they are removing Nickelodeon DLC from LBP? It's sad to see all the DLC go. Yeah, I noticed that on Twitter. Yeah, it's kind of sad, but they did the same with the Disney packs, like Pirates of the Caribbean and all that kind of stuff. I'm sure they removed all those, so it's happened before. But I'm not really bothered. I never bought much DLC in Little Big Planet 3. It was all Little Big Planet 2 for me. So like the SpongeBob kit and all these things, I just didn't bother anymore. But looking at it now, it's like we can just recreate the Nickelodeon kit in Dreams, you know, as long as you don't get copyright striked. But we can actually make our own characters now, so these whole costume pack things are a thing of the past now. Not only that, don't most pop songs use the same chord progression? Probably. Yeah, a SNES game called Equinox is a sequel to a NES game, and Nintendo never made a new one since 1992. Wow, that's a long time. Just as you go to release your planned sequel, Nintendo will decide, you know what? Let's make a new Equinox game. Let's take his down and we'll make our own. Could happen. You never know. You might inspire them. Not only that, they also use the same voice and the same drum machine. All songs use 3 chords. C, D and G is all you need for songs. I guess that's good tips for me. I can modify the music player if you want, LBA. Nah, don't worry. Don't worry. I'll take a look later. RE predicted the corona before it happened because Resident Evil had the T virus. Doctors are saying corona is man-made. I hope not. Oh, that would be interesting if it really was Umbrella that made this virus. If I'm not wrong, I actually think in Resident Evil 6, I'm sure the virus is called the C virus, and it comes from China. So, Resident Evil, you know, they're a trendsetter. They know when all the big viruses are going to hit and where they're coming from. Give me the hard drugs and let's get high. Oh. Better time than ever, I guess, to try. I have been locked up too long, and now we are going to be for 4 more months in Canada. Wow, it's a long time. Yeah, I mean it's necessary, but I worry for the people that can't work at home. You know, it's not going to be easy. Fines are already happening, and so is jail time. I don't know why people are risking it. If there's so many, threats, then they should just stay home. Buy a PlayStation, you know, buy Dreams. Complain about the audio tool. That's a good way to spend your time. You should have a zombie as a server at the restaurant. Would be funny. Yeah, maybe I could do that. Maybe for one character the zombie doesn't move, but the second character, it moves. So, like I said, if you play both campaigns, you'll expect the zombie to be the same, but it's not. It's different changes. Take order next. Yeah. Oh my god, this shift never ends. I think I'm going to put an Easter egg of my book in my game. Was just thinking about that. It could be kind of cool. Yeah, I mean, promote yourself. Definitely do it. If you can do it, go for it. Well, I would like to add some cameos as well, because in the streets there's going to be a game shop, a game store, and I thought maybe I could put like some cameos, because I'm going to put like John, Jerry, Steve figures to advertise it on the front of the store. But I thought, you know, if I could advertise other people's games somehow, I could put that on the store window, and throughout the game maybe there's some other cameos I can put in, you know, with names and things. Yeah, I am going to have collectibles. Yeah, collectibles are always good. They add some extra gameplay, I suppose, for people that are interested. You're not wrong about the C virus, LBA. Am I right? Yeah, I knew it. Resident Evil 6. It's a C virus, comes from China. See, they knew it was going to happen. It's just a matter of time. That's certainly a reasonable theory. They're not calling it a pandemic for no reason. Oh wow. Right, so let's try and fill this out. I don't know what we would call these little things I'm looking for. Let me see if I can find like let's go for the American grocery. Let's see. Ah, here we go. We've got some refrigerator thingy-majiggies. These could come in handy. Oh, sorry, puppet. I kind of crushed them there. Right, make these a bit bigger, I think. So we'll put like the freezer section at the back here. Maybe there's like a zombie stuck inside the freezer. Someone just threw him in. Or that we played that level where the woman was crying. She was coming from the milk in the freezer. Maybe we can put her in. Maybe that would be funny. Right. I realise I may need to restructure how this works, because if these freezers are too big, then it means. Right, hold on. Come back into the scene. We miss you. That kind of works out, because there's the wall. And it's more or less in line. That saves me updating it too much. Okay, so we've got the freezer stuff, and then I saw there was... Oh, what's that? That is a grocery store. From the Lord of the Rings, maybe? Oh, a grocery bag. See, we've got to have some grocery bags, right? Someone came in for their shopping and they were absolutely gutted. They already paid for their shopping, and then the outbreak hit. People were going crazy, and then they're like, "You kidding me? I just paid for all this shopping. I need to run away now. What a waste of money." So we'll leave that there. There we go. No toilet paper, I see. Maybe that's what I could do, like do a stand here for toilet paper and just say like out of stock or something. It's been out of stock for weeks. What else can we find that we could use, maybe? Generic products. Oh. Let's throw down some generic products. What have we got? Oh, you can actually rename these things. Gluten free, well that can get to hell. Example. This example brand is very popular these days, you know. Right, let me just throw them here. Obviously I'll edit them and stuff. Throw them around. What else? Is that a song for the grocery store? Okay. What is that? What does that have to do with groceries? Right, let's see, what can I put in? I think when I put in supermarket, there was a drinks cabinet, but it was obviously copyright, so you know you can't use it. But we're just going to put it down just to get the scale. Okay, I'll change it. Don't worry, I'm going to change it. Don't ban my level already. Right. If Hideo Kojima can put this in his game, then I want the ability to do that as well. Why not? Why not me? Right, so let's just put it up against the wall, like as close as we can get it. Right, let's just put like loads of these down, right? People are just obsessed with Monster Energy drink. Like honestly, it's like they just can't get enough. You know, this store only stocks Monster Energy, and it's quite fitting because, you know, it's like a zombie apocalypse, monsters are everywhere, you know, it kind of makes sense. I feel like I should probably make them a bit bigger actually, because if you look here, he's like I don't know about you, but normally when I go to these drinks cabinets, I'm a little bit short compared to the top shelf. Let me see, maybe I can search for one that's not copyright. Let's see, drinks cabinet, no. It's just for alcohol. Like, can we get a drinks thing? Vending machine, some cans, some food, a lemonade stand, that'll be good. I don't know how else you would call it. Maybe I'll put in like, see if there's any more freezers. Even though it's not a freezer, you could definitely get away with it. Yeah, it's not a household freezer. I'm looking for one that's in a store like that one. I don't think I'm going to find one. I'll just have to use this one. But the thing is, I can't actually edit this, because if they search this level for all of the objects, it's going to say there's a Monster energy drink in the scene. Even if I remove all the branding, the actual object itself is still stamped in the scene. So I'm definitely going to have to delete this at some point. Can't take any chances. I think that looks actually quite good. Everything's lining up surprisingly quite well. I didn't even have to modify anything. So there we go, we've got our little store here. I think it's a good little size. I don't know if I can duplicate that maybe. More or less, yeah. Let me see here. Don't move too much shelf. Why was that moving like that? That annoys me. I think the grid is a bit off because everything's like wonky. Super wonky. Right, that'll do for now. Right, so we've got our shelves here. We'll have stuff on the wall for magazines and stuff. I want to put a few things here, maybe some things on the edge of the aisles, and then we can go crazy and just like destroy everything, make it look really messed up. Maybe like throw this like, oh, I actually meant to do it like the other way, you know. It's because I'm on precise mode. So if like stuff is falling over, you know, like not like that, but you get what I mean. So let's see if I can find. If I put in like a. Oh, need to delete that first. Like a magazine rack. That's right, isn't it? Yeah, that was the only one I could find when I was making the job centre. That was literally the only magazine rack. So if anybody wants to make a proper magazine rack, you know, one that actually extends to like the whole shelf, because I don't want to duplicate this too much. So I get like, maybe I'll just make another shelf, maybe it's just easier, you know, and then I can just like put newspapers down on top. I can always edit this shelf to make it a bit more unique, but basically it's just got one, it just has one side to it. Oh, hold on. Right. There you go. I definitely need to fix this. I think it's like on a weird angle. So just imagine there was that, and then we can get the newspapers. Dreamiverse, please. I wonder if anybody's made any new newspapers, because I used newspapers for a level and there wasn't many to choose from, so it looks like this is the one that I used when I was making one. So there's a newspaper stand. So I can probably maybe use a couple different newspapers. It looks pretty blurry. Let's just put this down, right? I know this is... oh! The newspaper has physics. We do not want physics. How do I remove that? It's movable, right? Is that right? There you go. I don't want my newspapers movable. Oh, moved the floor. Right, so let's just like... I'm not going to like fill these all out right now because it's kind of repetitive, especially if I'm going to change some of these. But you get the idea, right? There's going to be like a newspaper rack with some, half of them newspapers, half of them magazines, if it's possible. This side, I don't know what I'll put. Some junk maybe. I just need to figure out what those things are called. Otherwise I could just make one myself. It's just like a... I don't know if I'm going to sell produce in here, but... let's see. Because it's not really a store that sells produce. I've already decided that, but... let's see if anything decent comes up. Because I can always delete the vegetables inside the container. Let me see. I don't see anything. Let me try like a vegetable stand maybe, and then a rotten tomato. Great. Let's just try a stand. What kind of stand do we have? No, I'm not seeing anything. Let's see. Let's just put in store, see what comes up. This has lots of assets, but I don't see what I'm looking for. No, can't see. I'm just going to put in like vegetables. Maybe there's one that actually comes... oh look there, a display. Let's see if there's more versions or if there's just one. I think there's just one. And it's a work in progress. You know, it's not done yet. This was kind of what I was looking for. I was more looking for somewhere where you could like put like you know, lots of packets of crisps, and they're just like in a big square, you know. I could make one myself, it's not that hard. I just wanted to find one so I don't have to build anything right now. Right, come here you. I want to test your size. I guess that looks like an alright size. Not too bad. I can always change what's actually inside this. You know, it doesn't have to be fruit and vegetables. It could be other things. Right, so we'll just do it like that for now. Obviously we've got our products here, which I'll need to scope everything out. Oh, I forgot, since that was the last object in the scope, it became its own thing. Right, so we've got some things here, so obviously, you know, we can pretend to fill the shelves and stuff. Things are lying on the floor and that, but this is like, all this detailing stuff is stuff that I'm probably going to do later, because for the streams I just kind of want to focus on the rough level design, and then I can add all these little details like things on the floor and all the destruction and stuff. But I think that looks not too bad. So you'll come in through this door. I'm going to make it so that it's blocked here. You can't actually go through here or here. You've got no choice but to go through here, and you'll either have to go through this way or this way to get out. And one of them will have an item. So this is really just a scene where you're sort of making your way through. Maybe there could be some creepy moments, but definitely for the second character I want something to happen in here, just so that it's not the same scene twice for both characters. It changes for the other character. Let me just I mean, it looks alright, the scale and things like that. Let me see here. Well, my game is most likely to be called The Night Hours, so there you go. Ah, that sounds like a good name. I just think Corona travelled way too fast to come from a bat. And you never know. You never know, right? Could be a bat, could be a snake, could be an umbrella. Can't wait to see what plans you have for Isaac Street. Oh, don't you worry that you won't have long to wait, because something big's going to happen. We'll just wait till you see. It won't be in the demo, it'll be in the full game, so you're just going to have to wait. Oh, it's going to be good. It's going to be so good. You're going to cry. Oh, got some good ideas for that part. My game is called The Dark Ones. It's the Jin. Oh, nice. It's got a good, nice ring to it. Isaac Street is in the red light district. Just kidding. Oh, maybe it is. It could be. Oh, Isaac, I have worlds of pain made just for you. Evil laugh. I'm not even going to attempt that evil laugh, but I'm sure you can imagine Panic Man's laugh. He's probably laughing right now. Mine will be called Last Out. Last out of the store wins. I will have to think of a story first before deciding on a title. Yeah. I didn't get that alpha. Also, I'll add a super crazy difficulty to my own game too, I think. See, the problem is, Panic Man and I are going to add difficulty modes. Hold on, I think this cat wants to... I've got two cats here, but one wants to leave. Give me a sec. I'm just going to open the door. Yeah, one had enough. That was him. Why did he leave? Before he started breaking the PlayStation. Normally that's what they do to get your attention. Yeah, I was going to say that Panic Man and I were making our own difficulty mode for Isaac, but the thing is, what we think is difficult may not be difficult enough for Isaac, whereas once Isaac creates his own difficulty mode, then we're going to know true evil, because he knows exactly how far to go. I am Isaac, I am great at stories. If you want one, I can do. Well, there you go. If you need some help to go through your story, I wouldn't mind looking over your story as well. Give some feedback and things like that. I think of my own, make it more personal. Oh, the mind of Isaac, this satanic mind. You should have spilt milk on the floor. Yeah, let's do it. I'll need to get some something that looks like liquid. See, I wanted to do that for the restaurant because, like, when you... there's a lot of food and drink that's already been spilt in the restaurant, so I wanted to have like a cup that had there was like Coke like dripping from the straw. I thought that would be like a nice little cool detail, and you would just hear the as it sort of drips, even though it probably wouldn't drip that loud, but just for dramatic effect. So yeah, we can definitely do that with the milk as well. Maybe have an option, will you take the spilt milk, and then you can use it against the last boss. Could have the bag of food tipped over with the food scattered on the cashier belt. Yeah, good idea. Yeah, we'll detail that, and I'll probably try that in a moment. Add the option to cry over spilt milk. This is just a disaster. Did I just get snubbed by Isaac? Oh, the hurt is coming, boy. Oh, he's not happy about that one. Vomit on the floor. Blood smears on the coolers. A lonely eyeball on aisle 2. Wow. You need monster energy drinks when a horde of the undead are chasing you, and just as you talk about that, Nemesis comes. Great, fantastic, thanks for that. Oh, stool, great idea, and make it a... what does that say? Power up for player going into super... oh, power up going into super mode, yeah. Milkman. I'm going to make a game called the Isaac Experience. Oh, that is going to be one messed up experience. Yeah, drink and release the monster within. Move faster, shoot faster, and drink monster. I know if you play Death Stranding, you drink Monster Energy drink to get your stamina back. It's actually a very effective drink. Don't take it for granted. It really does help you get over those tough hills. Imagine what it could do for monsters, zombies. It sounds like a life simulator, yeah. Not so exciting, huh? I'm just waiting for all these horror movies to come out now that are just about viruses, because that's what the theme is these days. Daniele Lo Isaac, 10,000 hours long, hardcore platformer game with no checkpoints. Oh my god. Don't even joke about that. I'm getting nightmares just thinking about it. Still, yeah, exactly. You could just drink Red Bull and fly over the zombies. Well, that's a good solution. Maybe that can be an unlockable mode. Red Bull mode. You just fly over everyone. If you drink too much, you turn into one of the infected. Yeah, a hyperactive zombie. Let me just reset this track. That would work, but when zombie pigs can fly, would you be safe then? I don't think so. See, now you're finding all the loopholes to the logic. Well, I guess that's going to be like the final boss then, because that's the only thing that can actually attack you. If you drink too much of it, the character dies of a heart attack. That really does happen. Like there's streamers who like stream for 24 hours and all they do is drink energy drinks, and it does actually kill them. It's pretty serious. That's why if I do a 24-hour stream, I will not be drinking energy drinks. I will be drinking water, and that's it. I think we're pretty serious about this 24-hour stream at some point. I don't know when. I'm thinking just the launch of the game maybe, so we can just celebrate it. Play both campaigns, try out Nightmare mode, just have a great time. Hey, maybe Monster Drinks is the hidden story behind the virus that mutated everyone. Could be. I mean, I'm definitely going to hurt the brand, but it would make sense. They called it Monster in the first place. That's their problem, right? We need tampons for the females. Oh yeah, well, yeah, maybe. To be honest, they're probably all sold out. Toilet paper, tampons, all your toiletry needs, they're gone. Does it show I have been locked up for 5 months? Yeah, I know, you need to go buy some more tampons, I can see. You're clearly needing them. Rare footage of LBA's chair, I know. Here it's there. Normally you only see my body. Have you noticed that? Is that what you're looking for? You're like, oh, I need to see that chair, man. It's just an office chair. It's not anything fancy. I was thinking about buying one of those gaming racing chairs, but some people tell me that they're not actually good. They're actually terrible. Like, it's just people just buy them because they're popular, but they don't actually give you comfort unless you buy something that's super expensive. But most racing chairs, they're just for design. They just look good. So I don't really want to spend a lot of money getting one when this is just fine, to be honest. I mean, it kind of hurts my back sometimes if I'm sitting here up for a long stream, like 2-3 hours. By the end, I think I need to stretch my legs and my back and stuff, but it's not too bad. I want LBA chair auction. Anybody? You want my chair? How much was PewDiePie's chair? Just $9.99, I don't know. $999 that is. Yet hopefully my game will be good enough to warrant a super hard difficulty setting. It better be good. You can always test it. I'll let you know if it's good. I do like my gameplay, so I'll give you my honest opinion. I'm still learning how to make stuff too, so, but I think I'm still working on the gameplay obviously for this game, but I think once I get it implemented, you guys can give me your feedback. Let me know if it's looking as good as you imagined. Because the worst thing is to make all this and then find out the gameplay sucks. So I want to make sure the gameplay is just as good as the ambition. Hey LB, I updated my music player and fixed it. You should update it in your scene. Well, okay. Thanks for taking the time to do that. It would definitely stop the awkward pauses. I think on the next pause I'll go update. My mindset will be if I can beat it, but even I have huge troubles with it. It'll be the perfect Isaac mode. Oh my god. Like, even if Isaac cannot be Isaac mode, then we've got a problem, right? Also, I'll think of a rough story in the next few days, then I'll add more and more details to it over time. Yeah, just think about locations as well. What's the core gameplay going to be? What's the point of the game? Are you going to just run? Are you going to have weapons? Are you going to find items? Are you going to find notes to read? Are you going to interact with other characters? Are there any other mechanics? Do you have a torch? You know, do you have a phone? What, these kind of things. Oh, it's Joseph Morris. Welcome back. It's been a long time. Have you just recovered from the virus? We haven't seen you in a long time. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, 24-hour stream, please, LBA. I can't promise it anytime soon, but I think once we release this game, I think maybe I'll do a 24-hour stream. Maybe. Because it would have to be on like the weekend, and then I'd have to like make sure my schedule lines up with it, because I don't want to wake up the next morning and be like, I need to go to work and I've had like barely any sleep. A 48-hour live stream when we play through 5% of Daniel's new adventure. My god, that would be a nightmare. I think I would just quit Dreams, PlayStation, life, everything done. Oh my god, LBA, you make me laugh so hard, thank you. Was that about your tampons? I can't remember. Yeah, LBA does have a good sense of humour. Nice. Yeah, I don't always show it, because sometimes you need to be a bit more serious, right? Did you watch the Media Molecule stream today on Twitch? They're not in the office anymore. They stream like this, so they've got like there's 3 of them in their own homes, and they're so one of them plays the Dream and the other 2 are just like observing, talking, that kind of thing. I feel like the MM streams could be better though, you know. I don't know if it's just me, because I feel like it's like, I mean, I don't want to criticise too hard, but it's like it lacks energy, let's say. and I don't know, because they were looking at an environment, and they were just like, oh that looks like a good environment. Yeah, yeah, oh yeah, that one's good. Yeah. Oh yeah, very nice. You know, what they should be doing is like, oh my god, look at that environment, look at the lighting, look at that waterfall, look at those rocks. Oh my god, that is just giving me so much energy. It's pumping me to play even more Dreams. You know, they should get me on the Media Molecule stream, right? We'll just take over that stream. I'll bring all you guys over. We'll kick everybody else out the chat, and we'll rule that chat. I was looking on their profile page actually, and they are supporting Twitch streamers, just Twitch streamers. So it's like every day they host other people to try and give them more views and stuff. It's a shame that they don't help YouTube people. Clearly we're not ranked highly enough to be appreciated. I'm just kidding. Indeed. Yeah, love his streams. Yeah, the streams are pretty good. I mean, it wouldn't be as good if it didn't have you guys in it, you know. I feel quite blessed because I've been doing streams now like twice a week for at least 3 months, 4 months. I took a slight break in January because I had to travel, but other than that, yeah, it's been like 3-4 months. And I feel like when I started streaming, we did have some viewers, and the chat was always active, which was nice. So it's nice, so rather than me just creating all the time, it's nice to like interact with the chat and stuff, see how you're all doing. It becomes more personal. Because whenever I streamed on Twitch, it was hit or miss. Like sometimes the chat would be dead, like there would be no one, and you do a whole stream and talk to no one, and it's kind of boring, you know. It's not so good. But I think because these streams they're enjoyable, so that's what motivates me to keep doing them. Because I'll never miss a Thursday or a Saturday stream, and I still want to do more Friday streams. It's just I haven't had time yet. But yeah, it's definitely what I've shifted more towards, because I used to make a lot of videos about Dreams. Now I'm more live streams, but I still try and get the odd video out every now and again. I'm definitely going to try and do even more videos, like to showcase more stuff on the stream, to give, you know, tutorial how-to videos, more discussion topics, because that topic about the copyright content, I actually got like over 400 views, which is not too bad. It actually got a big discussion. There's a lot of comments there, so I think if we can get like more discussion topics videos out, I think that would be quite cool as well. Let me just catch up here. Yeah, I personally like to mix up wide open areas and very claustrophobic areas. Yeah, and map out like how you can balance that, so it's like we don't want to be like, you know, claustrophobic all the time. We need to breathe sometimes, just to give us a moment to relax. That's why in this I'll have the safe rooms, whatever you want to call them, and it's a moment of relief. That's a track, by the way. So it's you can relax and then okay, let's go, let's continue. Because I felt like games like Outlast, I was exhausted playing it, like really exhausted, mentally and physically exhausted. Like I finished, I years ago I actually did stream the first Outlast, but I think I've more or less finished it on stream, but I streamed it on Twitch, so I think I put up some clips on YouTube, but not all of them. I think I put up like 2 videos, but we did stream the whole thing on Twitch, and it was quite interesting, but I was exhausted, absolutely exhausted. And I agree, I love LBA's humour. Yeah, it's good to have a laugh about things, you know. Especially about Isaac, you know, he's always the go-to comedy object. Find 3 items to pass through the door. Nah, nothing like that in my game. No, for you it's just walk through the door. There you go. Finally able to catch stream. through all this remote learning. Yeah, I guess a lot of people are quite busy now because of the remote learning and stuff. When you're at home, you end up getting buried in doing some things that you would probably not normally do. better showcase my EP next time. Look, they didn't showcase Super Alien Buddy. I even showed them it on Twitter, and they even liked it on Twitter, and they commented, but they never showcased it. Why? That's why I get paranoid. Why didn't they showcase it? Did they not like it? Was it too rough? Was it too long? I don't know. I feel like they could have at least showed off the intro cutscene just to show the voice acting, because I thought that was really cool. Didn't really need to show much of the level, just okay, here's the intro, blah blah blah. If anyone wants to play the level, go for it. And the same with your EP. They didn't care about your EP, man. You know, that's our mission. See, we need to get on their streams. We need to get on their streams. We need to get in their curation folders. It's going to take a bit of work, but we can do it. We're going to have, what I want to see is, like, if we try and, like, I want to see one of you guys at least in being showcased on their stream or in their collection every week. So I want to see. So it's like, oh, it's Red Stool's level, or oh, it's Alpha Werewolf's level, or Isaac's, or Panic Man's, or whatever. We're going to rule Dreams, I'm telling you. This community is going to be the strongest in Dreams. I used to like streams, but I get tired of them. Yeah, I don't watch I used to watch briefly when the beta and the early access was out, because they didn't allow you to stream, so you had to watch them to see other levels. But I don't know, I feel like their streams are alright, but they could be better. I feel like there needs to be more energy, you know, because it depends who's on the stream, because some people have some energy, some people are funny or interesting, but then some people are more like really quiet and they don't say anything, or you know, I feel like it needs to, come on, this is a stream, this is a show, you know, let's entertain, you know. I've got a cat here which I can't really show you, but he's been here this whole time. I could show you him. He's like the halftime entertainment. Hey LBA, put yourself in your own game. If I can sculpt myself, maybe I could do it. Maybe I'll make myself a zombie or something. That way it's easier, because then I don't really need to make myself look accurate. I could just, like, you know, destroy my face or something. I don't know. Maybe I'll give myself like a Scottish flag on my t-shirt or a hat or something. Something that you can use to identify me, maybe. Also, I agree, LB. I personally don't find their streams that exciting. Yeah, I mean, it's alright. I don't want to bash them too much, you know. But definitely it could be more energy pumped. Streaming like that because of the C virus and not wanting to get together like their act should do. Oh, burn on Nice burn, man. That was sick. The only stream I watch is LBA. Well, that's an exclusive club here. I might need to start doing some research and actually look for other streamers in Dreams, like on not just YouTube but on Twitch too, just to get an idea of how everyone does their streams. Like, are there more create streams, or is it more play streams, or how do they handle their streams? Do they do anything interesting? You know, I just want to, so I can compare notes to see how they handle their streams and things. I know a lot of Dreams creators, they don't actually use the camera, so I guess that's more of a niche. Oh, you're going up there now, are you? He's away up on the printer. I don't know why he's on the printer. It means I can move this mic over now, so I don't need to be so like that anymore, even though I probably will be. Let me just get this notes over here. Same. Wow, so you guys only watch this stream, you don't watch other streams? I'm curious why that is. Like, I mean, I'm just like one person. Surely there's lots of other people that do good streams on Dreams. You know, I've never. That's what I needed to watch to see what they're all about. Me too. LBA is entertaining. Well, that's good to know. LBA is the only one I know who talks to us, which is awesome. Who are you? What are these words on my screen? I have no idea where all this is coming from. Dead chat is what happened to me when I tried to do my own creation stream a few weeks ago. Yeah, like, see, the thing is about streaming, you have to keep it up. You have to keep the momentum. So it's like, maybe you do a few streams, no one shows up, but then you do another stream and maybe like 5 people show up, and then they're like, hey, this is a cool stream, I'm going to follow this stream. And then you need to stick to the schedule, so then maybe not all 5 of those people will return, but maybe like 1 returns, and then you get a couple of new people, and then... Just a sec. Wait till you see what happened there. Right? Someone activated the other PlayStation controller. So I don't know what happened to the screen there, but I thought the stream ended. I thought there was like an internet problem or something. I was like, oh no, what happened? My camera's gone. Something's happened, but no. Someone activated, they pressed the controller by accident. So, even though the PlayStation's in this room, see, I knew this would happen. Next time I'll need to take all the PlayStation controllers with me and safeguard them here, because I panicked there. I was like, what the hell is going on? Right, I don't know what I was talking about before I left. Let me just catch up here. So we're talking about the dead chat. Yeah, just keep up the momentum, and that's all you can do. If I see you streaming one day, maybe I can join in. Hey Drinkage Gaming, nice to see you back in the stream. Recently added Drinkage to the Discord. He's finally made an account, so you might see him join the chat now and again. No relaxation in Isaac mode though. Oh no, I can't imagine there would be any. The Last of Us 2 has been delayed. What are you talking about? You came all this way to give us this news, this terrible, terrible news. So it's been delayed with no future date. They said they want to make sure all bugs are fixed, and they weren't happy with some of the logic. Defo's going to be a PS5 version. Well, that's that screwed then. So maybe I will just buy Final Fantasy VII on day one then, because I've just bought Resident Evil 3. I was going to buy Final Fantasy VII and The Last of Us 2, but since they're all coming out within the next month or so, that's a lot of money to spend on 3 games. But I guess if that's delayed, well, I'm going to have some extra cash, so I may as well just buy Final Fantasy VII next week. Oh well then. What was I going to do here? Just before I read and elaborate further, let me. You know what? I always do this every stream. Every single stream. I haven't saved yet. My god. I have not saved yet. Imagine something happened. Right, so let's just say the store. Keep it short, keep it simple. Thank god for that. What a nightmare that would have been. That would have been a true nightmare. Right, so let me update the jukebox here. so it should be fixed now, hopefully. Right, we're counting on your red stool here. So the jukebox should now play without any delays. Let's keep fingers crossed. Yeah, so that's terrible actually that they've just delayed that, because it's not the first time they've delayed the game. My god, that's horrible. Yeah, because it's the same with Cyberpunk. It comes out in September, but if the PS5 is coming out in November maybe, what's the point in buying Cyberpunk on PS4 when you could buy it on PS5? So the same with The Last of Us, I don't see the point. But I'm wondering if they're going to implement the multiplayer mode, because that was one of the things that they said. They were going to remove the multiplayer mode from The Last of Us 2, so they could just focus on the single player, and then they would update the multiplayer probably on PS5. Maybe now, because of this delay, maybe it's going to come together somehow. I don't know. But yeah, that is a pain. I'm surprised there's so many bugs involved in the game. It must be a massive game if it's causing this amount of problems. I draw my levels by hand first, then add in creatures, areas, extra, and write my story first. So I know the levels and the order I want them in based on the story. Yeah, it's good to plan first. I always recommend planning first. I've planned basically the map, so I know like, oh, we need a restaurant, we need a store, we need the job centre, we need a car park, and then basically I come into these streams and I have a rough idea of what I want. But like this store, I did not plan the layout of this store. I prefer to do the layout in Dreams, because I can put things around and it's easier to edit things. But I know roughly what I want. Like I want a store, and coming into Dreams just to organise it all really. Super Alien Buddy was awesome and family friendly too. Yeah, pretty much. I don't really like to like swear in my games and stuff, so even in the survival horror game, I don't think I'm going to try and avoid swearing, because I don't think it's that necessary, to be honest. Maybe we could just use the Velma thing, like a zombie goes to grab her and she can go like, oh, jinkies or something, you know. But yeah, I'm not going to make it too aggressive with the language. Yeah, time to invade their home space. Hey Ace Helm, welcome to the stream. I believe in you, fam. Well, we believe in you too. I've decided I'm going to make my horror game so messed up, I want to see how far I can take it without getting a warning. Alright, what kind of ideas did you have in mind? This does sound interesting. Good luck. Jinx just jinxed his game. Already done. Yeah. Good idea, Jinkage. I should try that too. I mean, go for it. As long as it's not copyright, you should be fine. Oh, we're going to blow up Dreams now, and it's all going to be our fault. What have I done? What have we done? Nice little dabs there. You should start doing more play streams and call everything you like fire. Like Project Genesis does. Is that what he says? Is that like his catchphrase? Oh, bro, listen. See these carrots, right? Is that even carrots, or is that more like parsnips? I don't know, but it's fire, man. It's fire. See these mushrooms? Fire. This is like not just any fire, but it's like blazing fire, blazing hot fire. See, if you get right into this mushroom, you can see like all the little details, you know, the little like dents around that mushroom, all the little cavities, you know, and it's like spray painted, like you can properly see the depth right in each of those little cavities. You know, it's like a proper mushroom, man. That is definitely going in the video today. This mushroom, perfect. That gets like 12 burning building fires out of 10 burning building fires. That's how fire it is, man. Maybe I need a catchphrase to stay stuff. Sheldon has one. He always says Bazinga, right? I can't exactly say that. Oh, this stream was Bazinga. It was so good. Oh well. Yeah, that's funny though. I'll need to watch other streamers just to see what kind of presentation style they have. Because you mentioned some other people, like for the tutorial people, they're the ones I've probably seen because tutorials are quite helpful, but people that create or people that play, it would be quite interesting to see how they react to things, you know. But I don't think you'll find Project Genesis here because he hates create streams. I joined one of his streams one day and he was like, "Yeah, man, I think create streams are boring and terrible and stuff." So I was like, "All right, cool." Play streams I like play streams. They're definitely fun, but I think I get a bit tired of playing too many levels. Whereas I could, like, if I keep creating, I could actually make a really good game, and I think that's more unique. Because anyone can play levels, anyone can do that, but to create your own unique thing, I think that's quite interesting to see. I've seen other streams, but nowhere as good as yours are. I didn't enjoy their streams. I'll have a look and see. I'd say the problem is I don't really know what these people are called, so I'm just going to have to search Dreams PS4 live streams, or go on Twitch and see who's streaming Dreams at that time, and I'll pop in and I'll go, "Hello, it's me. Impress me, entertain me, please." Not a huge fan of ProGen, to be honest. Me neither, if you couldn't tell. What is it you don't like about him? Because he has like the most subscribers, the most Dreams subscribers. I mean, if you exclude Elka Gaming, because he has like over 100,000, so like technically he's a Dreams channel, even though he doesn't showcase a lot of stuff. It's more about his own thing, which is quite cool. But you could technically say he's the biggest one. But for playing creations and doing like lots of Dreams content, yeah, Genesis, he's like, he has a good amount of subs now, and he seems to be like the go-to Dreams channel. I think even Media Molecule, they mention him, you know. So he's like he's the guy, you know. I've seen other streams, but oh, you said that, but I was just going to repeat it again. Here we are here. Hope you're safe, man. What on earth just happened? What did happen? Oh, is that back when I had to? Yeah, because of the controller. Was that long ago? Yeah, I'm reading these comments. I'm about 10 minutes behind on the comments. Yeah, it was the controller. Someone activated the second controller in another room, and it brought up the profile page. So I don't know what happened on the screen, but hopefully that doesn't happen again. Oh man, LBA so awesome, the internet got jealous. Yeah, they're trying to take us down, man. LBA, you take a lifetime to get through the comments. Maybe we should put a rocket up your ass. Joke, we know you love a chat. Oh, I love a good chat. Thing is though, like I still need to like create and stuff, so sometimes I will be a bit further behind the chat, and if I reply to a comment, sometimes the comment takes me a little while to properly go through it, and by that point there's like another 10 comments, so but just keep the comments coming. Like, I'll get to your comment like as soon as I can, you know. Maybe I get to it immediately, maybe it's like 10 minutes later, but I'll definitely get there, and then you can take your own rocket and shove up your own. The chat, the most important to streaming? Yeah, definitely the chat is the most important thing, because like we're making stuff, you know, but even though this is important for me to get this game finished, I could do this off stream. I don't have to stream this, so the fact that I'm streaming it is because like I can talk to you guys, and it does become more entertaining. Because see, if I was to just create on my own, I need like music or something to keep me entertained, but because you guys are here as well and you're offering your suggestions and things. It's like you're collaborating with me without actually being in the dream, you know, you're still getting involved. I won't be able to stream until I get a new mic, unfortunately. Ah, okay. Even if you just show off your progress sometimes in a video, maybe. It doesn't really matter if you forget to save, the game saves it for you. Oh really? How often? But if you go into it, exit without saving, it deletes the whole thing. Oh, so it's like a temporary save? Alright. Sometimes I get those, it says like creation and it has like the date. But sometimes it wasn't because I quit, it was just like a glitch maybe. Maybe they changed it, not sure. Hopefully they didn't. I'll get both. Both what, man? I never buy games on launch. Oh, you're talking about Resident Evil and Final Fantasy 7? Yeah. I never buy games on launch. Dreams was an exception though. Yeah, I mean games are pretty expensive these days, but I mean technically I bought Dreams last year because I bought it in early access, so I didn't really buy it this year. I didn't buy Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. Obviously Dreams, the full game was free. What else did I get? Did I buy anything else? I think I just bought some games in the sale, like I bought Nier Automata. I think I bought Kingdom Hearts 3, but they were on the sale, so they were quite cheap. As far as new games are, I didn't buy Nioh 2, I didn't buy Doom Eternal, I didn't buy Persona 5 Royal. So there's a lot of games I need to pick up. So yeah, Resident Evil was technically the first game that the first new game I've bought this year. So 4 months it's a long time to buy a game. So I'll get that. I'll get Final Fantasy then. If The Last of Us is delayed, then what can you do? Cyberpunk not going next gen, focused on this gen. PS4, PS5 version. Yeah, I think it will be cross, because it's too close to the PS5. I mean, you can use backwards compatibility, no doubt, with the PS4 games, but they're going to want to release a PS5 version to really utilise the strengths, you know. I don't know that. I did that with Lewis 1. Yeah, I put my music tracks on timelines. I don't know why I didn't do that before, but now it fades in and out until the end and then the next audio. Oh, that's good. The fades are pretty good. It's working well now, I've noticed. LBA cracks me up. I'm so far behind, I don't know what I said, but everything I say is gold. Absolutely gold. Spot, is this the Genesis thing, maybe? Spot on, LBA, spot on. That's pretty much exactly how Project Genesis sounds. I hear it. Oh well, don't get me started, because I don't like to do impressions of people, but I do like to, you know, play around with things. I'd love to see someone like him do an impression of me. He's never going to nail this accent. No one can nail this accent, I'm telling you. Anyone that tries to do a Scottish accent, they sound like they're forcing it, you know. Because for me, I'm just talking normal. This is normal. But anyone that tries to do a Scottish accent, it's always like extreme, you know. It's like, yeah, I'm talking like this, because, you know, it's like, relax, you know. I can't even do a good American accent, but when I voice act, sometimes I try and I kind of get away with it. But it doesn't really have a region. I don't think, oh, I'm going to do a region from New York or from Las Vegas or whatever. Nah, I just do something that sounds like American on the TV. I don't know, it's like a general accent. Oh man, do you see this munch, man? This is like, oh, this is like proper fire, man. Like, see how he actually drew that? Probably with the imp. That is top fire, man. Like, amigos, man. Look, he's got like a name for every product, and it avoids copyright. That is fire, man. Fire. You know what I should do? I should just get like a fire object every time I say it. Now you can like take pictures here. Look at this. This was just the old picture we took from a scene a long time ago. I should get like a fire and then take a picture of the fire, and then every time I see something that's fire, I just click this, and it like takes me straight to the fire. Do you want me to give you an example? Okay, since you asked for it, right? So here's a fire. Hey, let's make a huge fire, right? Right. I don't like this fire. This fire was awful. That was not fire enough. Realistic fire, right? All right. Right. So here's the fire, right? And if we take, I'm going to delete that one. Don't need it anymore. Right. So here's the camera bookmark. So now any time we see anything, it's like, oh, did you see this Monster energy drink? Oh man, that is fire, mate. That is fire. Oh, did you see that? Oh, that newspaper, man. Oh, fire. Fire, man. That is it. There you go. See, I've made it more interactive. You can actually feel the fire now. You actually see the fire. It's not just in your head anymore. It's actually there with you. Oh great, let's eat fungus now and see what we catch. Yeah, I mean maybe that's what you could do as well. You could the fungal outbreak, that's how The Last of Us started, wasn't it? It's these wee guys, they started popping on people's heads, on their faces, and then they just kind of lost it. They're like, oh my god, I look like a mushroom, and then they started going crazy. Damn fungus. Yeah, I don't like it, but LB's impression was hilarious. I'll need to watch it. If I watch it, I'll be able to do a better impression. But I don't like making fun of people, because like maybe like I don't want to offend people. That's not the point, you know. The point is just to make fun, you know. It's not to make people feel bad or whatever. It's like when we rib Isaac, you know. It's just for fun. I think create streams are way more interesting than play streams. A behind the scenes look for a creation is really cool. Maybe I could do that as well. If we do that 24-hour stream, we could play the game but also do a behind the scenes to show you how everything worked, and talking through all the how we broke everything down. Seeing an entire game being built on stream is just so interesting in my opinion. Yeah, I've not really seen it in Dreams. I guess that's one of the reasons why I started this series, because normally you see update videos, or you see somebody, I don't know if Elka Gaming streams or if he just makes videos, I'm not sure, maybe he does both, but yeah, it's not so common that you see people properly streaming, unless they're doing it on Twitch and I just haven't noticed, maybe, because I only know the Dreams people on YouTube. So I know a few people there, but I don't have a clue who streams on Twitch or what people stream on Twitch. Maybe there is like something similar to this. But it'll be nice because they're all archived. I noticed, Isaac, that you actually made a playlist of all the live streams, which is something I probably should have done a long time ago. So thanks for that. But one of the things I was doing is I was trying to create like thumbnails for all of the streams. Because normally when I make a video I make a thumbnail, but with the live streams it just picks a random thumbnail and it doesn't look that good. So I need to update all of the thumbnails, and it's like, oh, there's a lot that I need to update, but I'll definitely update all those, and I'll make a proper playlist for the play streams and for the create streams. And then I think it'll be good if like people want to watch through the timeline, so that's like when the survival horror game comes out, people will be like, oh, I wonder how this all started, and they can go back to the very first stream, you know, with the homeless guy with the Santa hat, you know, with the wheelchair, like, because it started as a joke, you know, the whole thing started as a joke, and it kind of developed into something a bit more serious. But I'll definitely make videos to summarise things, because not everybody wants to watch a long stream. So I've made like 2 update videos. I'm going to keep making update videos. I think once I get a rough inventory finished, I'll probably make a 3rd update video. Once Sloppy Jew has the characters finished, I'll make another update video on those to showcase those and the facial animations. And then I guess the 5th update will pretty much hype up the demo that's coming out when all the environments are sort of done. Yeah, you too, Panic Man. You prefer the crate streams. I think the reason ProGen is so popular is because he is so cliche, and his video titles are also like all caps. Sometimes I did all caps, like the last 2 videos I did all caps, just to test it out. But normally if you look at my videos before, I didn't really use caps, I was always like lowercase for Dreams stuff. But I get what you mean, it's like more, not clickbait, but more like, oh hey, you know, like, check this out, you know? I mean, I don't know if I'll ever do that in the future, maybe I'll do it ironically. Might work, you never know. I learn a lot in LBA streams. Well, that's good then, if you're learning. Maybe take some inspiration too. Know that we're all struggling together. Nah, LBA, you're the true go-to streamer, at least for us, thank God. See if I find any of you on Project Genesis streams saying, see that LBA? He's awful. We like you the best, ProGen. I'll be in that stream and I'll be like, I knew it, I've been betrayed. Hey Astro Water, welcome back. Hope you're having a great week. Are you up to anything interesting in Dreams? This is interesting to hear your thoughts. Oh, yes. Yeah, I wish LBA had gotten the 2 awards he got instead, to be fair. Yeah, I mean, I guess I just don't have the popularity. You never know, it might change maybe when this game starts to look really good. Like visually. Because a lot of people will look at this and think, oh, this looks trash. This is just like a bland level design right now, so... But I think once the details start to look good, and the gameplay starts to look good, and the cutscenes, and everything's going to come together. So the demo is going to be the end of July, but I'm going to make a trailer before that, because I haven't really announced this game to people. Because right now it's just the survival horror game that we're making on the stream, so I'll make a proper trailer for it. Maybe I'll release that in like June, maybe? Like an announcement trailer. Maybe for E3, the fake E3, we'll make a trailer that will come out in when E3 normally comes out in June. And hopefully that will get people hyped, and then they'll have the demo in July, and then maybe I'll make another trailer, and then the other demo will come out maybe in September. So I think we'll build up that momentum. Who knows, we'll see what happens. But I'm still going to keep making play streams, I'm still going to make the odd video here and there. We'll see what happens. I plan on streaming both creation and play, but I'll be focusing more on GMVs, etc. Ah, okay, what's a GMV? I'm not actually sure what that is. But yeah, I think it's good to have a balance, to create and to play. It's nice to do a bit of both, because I think if I just created all the time, or if I just played all the time, maybe it gets a bit repetitive. So I try and do something a bit different. Also, I had a peek at, I never know how to say this guy's name, Keld B. Jones streams. He was not very interesting, but at least he wasn't obnoxious. Yeah, I think I've watched one of his streams on Twitch once, for like, but I came in at the end of the stream, so he was just ending the stream. And he also has cats, I've noticed. But he did say that he doesn't really focus on the chat. He did read out my message when I did leave a message, because it was the end of the stream, but I think normally he doesn't focus too much on the chat. I think he's the guy that does all the voice acting, isn't it? I don't know if he won an award for the voice acting, maybe. Can you really say that about LBA ass? What would be fine if he spends more time creating than chatting. I mean, he's barely making progress. I know we'll finish this store eventually. Yeah, but I mean, like, I'll still finish this off stream. Usually late at night before I sleep, I'll spend like an hour or two polishing things up. So As long as we get the basic structure of the store, that's good enough for me. That's a stream for me. If I can talk to you guys and at least have an idea of what the store is going to look like roughly, because I can fill in all the details. The details don't really matter right now, because I'm focusing more on the gameplay side of things. But yeah, like things like, you know, tipping the bag over, getting all the items all over the conveyor belt, the spilt milk. Maybe some of these vegetables are on the floor. You know, there's like shelves that have like fell over. Maybe this shelf here fell over onto the ground. Maybe this shelf as well. Maybe that's what blocks your path. Because in games you're not allowed to step over things. You have to walk around things. That's just the rule. And maybe like I'll have something blocked here. Like maybe there's like boxes or something blocking the way. So I kind of have a rough idea of what I want to do, and then we'll add in some more detail. And get in some more of the gameplay and stuff. Excuse me. Never heard of him, Isaac. Oh, is this Keld B. Jones? You've probably seen him on Dreams at some point. He's got a few good levels out, and he does a lot of voice acting for people. I didn't realise he streamed until that moment when I was on Twitch. I think I was watching a bit of an MM stream maybe, and I noticed he was streaming. Maybe I don't know why I was on Twitch. I don't normally go on Twitch. There must have been a reason that I was there. But as for you, LBA, your streams are so good. I literally watched most of them five times. Is that how my watch time is so high? It's just you watching all the streams. Oh, that's pretty cool. Yeah, I'll need to organise all the streams. But I'll try and improve the streams in the future. Like, if I ever get a proper PC, then I can like do more of the stream. I still like the basic setting. I don't really like putting flashy graphics on the stream, but definitely I could try and do more interactive stuff in the future. I don't do giveaways or anything like that. I feel like people would just come for the giveaway and then leave. So, but if I can definitely organise some other kind of community events in the future, you know, like maybe we could do like our own monster challenge. So it's like you guys have like a month to create this really cool monster design, and the winner is featured in the game, so your monster can actually be in the game. I don't know how many of you actually sculpt. That's why I don't really do these competitions. But basically, like, even if you don't sculpt, you could still try and create like a concept for a monster, and then I can give that concept to Sloppy Jew, and then he can look at it and he can, you know, make a better designed version of it. Maybe that's a good idea if anybody wants to make music or a creature, sculpt a creature, or a character or a weapon. Maybe you could make a weapon and like the best one gets in the game, for example. And if you don't get in the game, then don't worry, because I'm sure other people will be able to use your creations and stuff. So I think that's a good way to engage more people maybe. But I don't really like to host these things because it takes a lot of time and commitment for people to actually to work on stuff, you know. Hey Damn Side, welcome to the stream. Hope you're having a great week. Hi, what does the graphic memory mean is full? It's not really full. It's just because I haven't reduced the detail. So normally when people make objects, they're usually quite high detail. So all I need to do basically, like, see all these different vegetables, maybe they're higher than they should be. So you can see the flecks, they're kind of small, not so small. So if I go into where am I going again? It's in here, isn't it? You've got the sculpture detail tool, and that'll tell me which things are higher. So you can see here, like this bag, and see the things inside the bag. If it's red, it's quite high thermal. If it's blue, it's good. So just reduce as much as you can so that they are not red anymore, except the fire, because that's flex, that's not an object. So if I reduced all these things and made all these things blue, especially this, look at this. So all that was this little thing, this little cylinder here, and that was really red. That takes up a lot of thermal. just that thing, and it's not important. So I can reduce that detail, and then this will go down. The only reason why I haven't done it already is because I don't really need to. It's not so important. I'll only reduce it if I have to, you know, because I want good graphics. But because once we put the lighting in, the textures, the camera angles, you're not really going to notice if I've reduced the detail in these objects. You'll only notice if you're playing a first person game and you go like right up to it, so you can see the flex. You can actually, if I get close enough, hold on, you can actually see the individual design for it all. If I go to the wall here, you can actually see it. But if I like zoom out, like you can't see any flex on that counter. All you see is blue. All you see here is black. If I go close, you can see it, but far away, not so much. So because this is a classic survival horror, our camera angles are going to be like this, you know, like further away. So you're not actually going to get too close to objects. Plus they'll have the lighting and things that will also disguise things, and texturing and stuff. So I think graphically you can make some really good things and you won't even notice if you do reduce the detail. So yeah, that's basically what the graphics of it. And they also updated the game, so you can actually go in here and get more details, so you can see exactly what is taking up all my graphics memory. So it's sculpture data, so it's basically the stuff I just showed you. You reduce the sculpture data and it'll be good as new. You've got physical shape. I guess this is if you're using really complicated shapes, lots of corners, lots of edges. Shared memory, I think that's taken into consideration all of the memory components. Sculptures, that's just the individual objects that we used, because I think you can only have so many sculptures in a scene. I don't know if it was like 256, something like that. And then there's paint, and we barely used any paint. So yeah, just reducing the sculpture detail is enough. And since all of our scenes are quite small, I don't think we'll ever have a problem with any of the thermals. If we do, I think I can manage it to make it work a bit better. So yeah, that's what the memory means. I spent £160 for 2 special digital editions. Oh wow, that for 2 of them, you bought 2 of them, which I normally don't do. Persona 5 Royal and Final Fantasy 7 Remake. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I mean, like, I wouldn't mind getting it for a game, but I'm trying to save money, so I don't really want to spend that amount of money. But it is cool if you want to collect these things and you really love the games and the extras you get with it. I think my cousin actually bought, I don't know if it was the version you bought. His Persona 5 Royal is basically the game, the soundtrack, the art book. I think you get the goggles, the glasses or whatever, the mask, the Joker mask on your face, and he's got like a big box as well and some other things. So I don't know if that's the version he bought, but he loves Persona 5, so he went all out for the Royal version. If you have any questions about FF7, feel free to ask me. I'm a huge FF7 buff. Oh wow. Have you played all the games, even Crisis Core on the PSP? That'll test how much of a fan you are. Has anyone played the Resident Evil 3 remake yet? Not yet. I do have it downloaded on my PS4. It's just locked. I can't play it till midnight. I was thinking about doing a hardcore stream tomorrow. Normally I don't stream other games other than Dreams, but maybe I'll stream for hardcore if anybody wants to join tomorrow. We'll see how it goes, because I still need, I work a bit later tomorrow, so I'll see what kind of mood I'm in. But if anyone's interested, I might consider doing like an hour and a half or 2 hours of Resi 3 on hardcore mode, so expect me to die a lot. LBA, if I do have voice acting in my game, I'm going to have you voice the main villain. Oh, I've got a villain voice, do I? Funny enough, the character in the survival horror game that I'm going to voice is the villain. So maybe I think I like to play villains. Like, I like good guys too, but I do like to play a good villain. That would be quite cool. Let me know if you're going to do that. I can't tell the LBA speaks Scottish. All I hear is standard English. Standard English is just like a normal, some just words basically. I'm like a robot, you know. Oh, Crook Vulture, welcome back. Hope you're having a great week. My granddad was from Motherwell. They say even Glaswegians don't understand people from Motherwell. No, probably not. It's funny though, depending on where you go in Scotland, they all have different accents. So like if you go to Edinburgh, they sound really posh, man. And then if you go to the south, if you go to like Ayrshire, they use some words that are not proper English. Like they say ken. So like instead of saying like, they say like, do you ken me? It's like, do you know what I mean? So ken, it means mean, but we don't use that. I think it's weird. I think if they say Ken, I think about Barbie and Ken the doll, you know. So I'm sure like where you guys come from, maybe there's some words that you use that's not proper English. It's just a word that just became normal for your region. I'm sure I've got some as well. There's a lot of Scottish slang. I don't actually know anyone from Motherwell. I know a guy that lives near Motherwell. It's Stonehouse, but I can understand him pretty well. But whenever I hear him talk, but yeah, like I understand most of the Scottish accent. I guess like really up north, maybe it's a bit different, you know. But I think my accent, obviously I try and improve it for you guys on the stream. If I was talking to like one of my friends off stream, maybe I would be a bit more casual, cut a lot of words, speak a bit faster, but obviously I can't do that for the stream, because then you'll be like, who's this crazy Scottish guy with this crazy accent? You're dying, Alpha Werewolf, don't die, even if it is laughter. I don't even know what happened, but you know, it's a great that you're laughing anyway. Is this the fire? Wow, how far am I? I'm still like, I was 10 minutes behind, now I'm 20 minutes behind these comments. Yeah, the bookmark, oh yeah, that's the fire, man. So these comments are fire, man, they're fire. There you go. He's gonna kill me, by the way, if he notices I'm doing this. It's like, wait a minute, is he talking about me? Doing Project G impressions, you've got to say "oh snap" every few minutes. Alright, so I need to say "this is fire" and "oh snap." Okay, I've got that. I was like, is that a lettuce or a cabbage? Oh snap, man, I can't even decide what it is. Like, I guess it's like a cauliflower, you know, or is it a cabbage? Is it a lettuce? I mean, it's a green thing. What are these potatoes? Oh snap, man. I don't even know if that's how he talks, but excuse me. It's funny you actually knew we were doing Project G impressions. I don't even know if you we mentioned we were doing them. If you want to make a good pro-gen impression, caps in the title, OMG, or OMG, man. That's what I'll do. See, I do put capitals at the start of this stream. I do live, just to emphasise it's live, you know. But the rest of it is all lowercase, so maybe that's what I should do. Like, oh my god, survival horror game, you know, best survival horror ever. Yeah, you're welcome for the playlist. Didn't know you noticed it. Yeah, I think I was searching for the channel, and your playlist actually comes up in the search. It's like near the top of the search, so it must be popular. I think I just searched like LB animation, and your playlist is like one of the first things that comes up. Because I was looking, because I'm using the iPad, I'm not signed in on the iPad, so I just had to search for the channel, and that's how I found your playlist. The next Create stream should be called Man Makes a Game on Stream and Pay. Man, that's like how it sounds. Yeah. And it's like an awful thing. Perfect, yeah. Gaming much video, music. Do you use motion or the stick? I use the motion, like that, just because I've ever since Dreams came out from the early access beta, I've always used motion. This stick update is something that just came out recently in the full game, so for me it's too late now. I tried to use the stick and oh my god, it hurts me. Like, just to try and use a stick, I feel like a child. I don't know how to do it. It's so difficult. But I prefer using the motion, you know, like if I want to move this thing around, you know, I can just like here, you know. I use the sticks because you need to use the sticks because the motion only does this. You have to use the sticks to actually go back and forward, or if you want to turn the camera, or rotate something, you know, like if I'm rotating something, I don't use the motion controls when I'm rotating because oh my god, that would be murder. I use the sticks to rotate with a grid, preferably. Get out of my bucket. And but to move the imp around, I prefer to use the motion. I think it's faster because look, I've put that down, put that there, you know, like if I want to turn this round here, I can rotate like that. There you go, boom, you know, like for me it's like, it's really fast to do that kind of thing. So I've gotten so used to it now, I do not want to use the sticks. The only way I would ever use the sticks is if, normally I use precise move. So where is it? Here. So like if I wanted to just move up, I just move up, left, right, you know. That's a good way to get around motion controls. But obviously if you're like, if you want super detail, then you would use the grid, and I would like move the grid like as low as possible. So like if I'm using the motion controls, I would use like this with the grid, and I've got used to like being quite precise with it. But obviously there's some moments where you need to be a little bit more precise, so then maybe if I was using the grid to line something up, I would maybe switch to the sticks and then just use the sticks to go up and down, but it's rare that I would bother. LBA uses motion controls, yeah, that's it. Yeah, 5 times, you're welcome. That's a great idea. Hey Ascendant Warface, welcome back to the stream. Hope you're having a great week too. What's up? Yeah, doing pretty good. Everyone else, I hope everyone else is doing pretty good. We're making the store today, so last week we made the restaurant. Now we're making the store. So we're pretty much finished the store really. We need to add detail obviously, and add the, you know, proper textures and lighting and gameplay and stuff, but I think this looks like a decent sized thing. So like, you know, you start here, I don't know, maybe you can go in here, find something here, maybe there's like a note or something you can read here, and then you're walking out. I'm going to block this, so like, oops, precision on, right, let's just say that that fell, right, or maybe it like, maybe people just went crazy and not only did it fall, but it like proper like destroyed everything, just to like block off that area, you know, because I don't want you to walk that way. I think as long as there's not a gap that you can go through, I think that'll do. So we'll have all the products that are on the floor, and you have no choice but to go this way, and then I'm probably going to add some boxes or something here, you know, just to block off this path here. And so you have to go around this way. Maybe there's like a hidden item here, and then you come here to exit the place, just to make it look. And I'll add some more things in the ground, and the spilt milk and all of the fruit and the products and things, but the detailing stage is going to come later, because right now I just want to focus on the level design. I don't want to dwell too much on one scene. So every week we'll make the design for a scene, and put that down there. Looks a bit weird floating in there. So like, this is like one of the last scenes from the streets. I need to finalise some of the alleyways, but there's no point in designing those in the stream. So basically, like, next week we'll go back to the hospital. We already made the lobby, and I've kind of made a map for it now, so I know what areas we need. And what I'm going to do is, you're not going to enter every room in the hospital, so there's going to be areas where you'll never get in. But I'm going to make like one of everything. So like so you talk about an office, I'll make an office room. If I make a duplicate office room, I'll just flip it and change the details, so I'll remix it. Same with the wards. When you go into a patient's room, I'm not going to make every patient's room from scratch. I'll make one patient room, and then I'll remix it, I'll flip it, because you know, normally they have a patient room like that and the other patient rooms like that, and then I'll just like change some details. Maybe there's some like damage in the room, or there's an item in a certain room. That way I can duplicate a scene and not have to worry about you know, redoing all the graphics and all the lighting. Use the same room, just change some details, and not every room is accessible. So from the hospital, so we need to make like at least one office room, at least one patient room, which we can remix and adjust. We need to make the corridors for the hospital wards. We need to make like an x-ray room. We need to make a storage room. We need to make some more bathrooms. We need to make the staircase. We need to make the examination room. We need to make the grounds. We need to make the cafeteria. We need to make the conference rooms. We need to make the pediatrics, you know, the where the kids play. We need to make the underground part. We need to make like it's like an underground storage place, but then the morgue is also underground, so we need to make the morgue as well. So if we make one of everything, and then anything we need more of, like more wards, more rooms, patient rooms, we just remix it, flip it, change things around, you know, make it look like it's a unique thing. So I'll need to go over the map and figure out, okay, which rooms can we actually enter, which can we leave, which can we explore, and which ones are inaccessible. And I think I can get all the level design done on stream by like the end of, I'm aiming for the end of July. That's when I want to release the first demo, but I want all the level design done, so all the hospitals done, the underground lab is done, the streets are done, the level design wise, by the end of July. So by the second half of the year, it's basically working on improving the graphics, the lighting, implementing the gameplay, putting in the combat, the cutscenes, the animations, a lot of stuff that needs to come together. But off stream, from now till the end of July, off stream, I'll be working on a lot of stuff. So I'll be working on the actual combat, the animations with the enemies and things like that. So once I make a zombie, I'm going to make like a male and a female zombie, and then once I have the logic for those animations and for those the damage and all that kind of stuff, I'm going to remix them, make alternative versions of the male and female zombie. That's the work done, that's my zombies done. I don't need to program any more zombies. I can just reuse the same zombies, maybe just change, like tweak little animations to make them more unique. But those are done, and then when I get other enemies done, then I just use the same enemies, just change them a bit, and then it saves me a lot of time. Same with the big boss monsters as well. Make like a template, and then just tweak the template. I think that's the way to go. And I think like by the end of July, it's like we should have a template for everything in the game. So the second half of the year, it's just about implementing that across the whole game. And I think like the cutscenes, I'm not going to have so many cutscenes in the game, but I definitely want to make the animations really realistic, really accurate. I want to make everything seem really tense, and I want to make sure the gameplay is pretty solid. So I'm still confident we can get this game finished by the end of the year. It doesn't look like it right now, but I think we'll hit a point where everything's just going to boom, and you're going to see brand new sections of the game like every few weeks, and I think it's going to come together quite well. So that's my update rant over. I'm starting my monster now. I'll go for it. Inspire us. It's good for practice as well. Music, yeah, go for your music. Impress us, Isaac. I mean, Witty is obviously working on the soundtrack, but it can't hurt to include at least one track from someone at some point, considering he's going to make like 30, 40 tracks. I think one track from someone else, it can't hurt. Cool idea, yeah, I'll give it a go. Well, tomorrow, yeah, whenever you feel like it, don't feel pressured. That empty vegetable space is really bothering me, is it? Well, tough. You know what, I'm just going to leave it like right here. Just randomly, I'm just going to set the camera here, right? No reason at all. Hey Porky Pick, sorry I'm just getting to your comment now. I hope you're doing well. Hello Mr. Planetti. I'll take that as a compliment. I'm going to make a boss and call it Isaac. Oh, that would be good. Didn't you want to call a boss Isaac Destroyer? Destroyer of Worlds? I'll watch your game playing stream, but I don't really care for the remaster's remake of Resident Evil, and it just doesn't feel the same. I guess so. I'm still excited though. The second remake was really good. Actually, Isaac made a mini boss like that. So there's an Isaac the Destroyer and an Isaac, a normal Isaac. He's not quite as destructive. Oh, that's a physical version of Persona 5 Royal. Cost even more. Mine just comes with a bunch of DLC. Alright. I kind of like how Scots usually say we. Yeah, we lad. Yeah, I've noticed Media Molecule have been using the word we quite a lot. I don't know why, if they've got a Scottish person or they just feel inspired. I love your accent, LBA. Oh yeah, it's very nice. I love your Canadian accent. Do you ever get annoyed if people confuse you with Americans? Because like, personally, I can't tell the difference between an American accent and a Canadian accent unless it's like a regional one, like someone from like, I don't know, like Alabama or something, like it's more obvious. But other than that, a general accent, or New York for example, I can kind of tell. But the general American accent and the general Canadian one, I've got no idea how to tell the difference. You get drifting because of the motion controls on the controller. Yeah, sometimes that happens, but I don't really notice it too much. You're looking forward to that mini boss? Yeah, that'll be funny. I'll need to put an Isaac boss now. There's a patient called Isaac, and he is mutated into something extreme. Just a wee bit, yeah. What is the new puppet I heard you mention? It's like a smaller platform puppet. You can probably see it on the trailer. It looks quite good. You can slide with it. You can do some nice little jumps and stuff. It's more like a Super Mario type puppet. It's like a small kind of guy. No doubt to combat the Mario thing. Now you can make your own puppets with your own characters. Don't need to use Mario anymore. That's good to know, yeah. MM added a new welcome garden character kit in the new update. Included as a new puppet template. Yeah, that's it. Also, have you used move controllers? I've never used move controllers. I've got one move controller, but I need two in order to use them. So, but the thing is, to buy one these days, it's quite hard. You need to buy one second hand. If you want to buy new ones, you have to buy a pack of two, and it's like, I've already got one, so I don't need to buy two, you know. But if I get into the sculpting one day, I think I will invest. It's just right now I'm busy focusing on other aspects right now, so I don't really need to sculpt, especially if I've got help like Sloppy Jew. He's helping a lot. Alright, cheers Isaac. Does it have new features or just a new character? Yeah, I think it lets you slide and jump around, and I don't know, it must feel a bit different. It slides, I think, yeah. There was a sliding character, yeah. Everyone loves the sliding now. I haven't checked it yet. I only know the anatomical scale is different to the regular puppet. Yeah, it's basically Mario. He looks like Mario, the same kind of proportion as Mario. He doesn't look like a normal human, like a cartoon character. If you play the kit, you can test it. Yeah, I like that they've actually created a playable arena that you can test the character. You can choose between 3 different characters, and there's like maybe like 4 different test tracks. I like it when they update big stuff like puppets. Yeah, I'll have to have a look. Yeah, but they undid all their good work by reducing the audio tool, so it doesn't matter. I don't care what they add anymore. If they're reducing things, it's like they take 1 step forward and they take like 5 steps back. So definitely, yeah. It needs vegetables. Did someone say vegetables? Let's see, what's your favourite vegetable, and I'll make a giant version of that vegetable. So if you like this, for example, let's copy that, right? Let's make a giant one. It's so massive. Right, let's put one there. Oh, let's put one there. Let's put another one like that. There you go. It's now filled to your pleasure. There you go. Looks nice, doesn't it? Massive ones. These are a bit more pricey though, so don't expect to get away with these ones. It's like, you know, when you go into the supermarket and you go to buy cheese, sometimes you find like the big wheel of cheese and it's so expensive to buy a wheel of cheese. Sometimes I wonder, like, who actually buys these wheels of cheese? Like, who's obsessed with cheese that much that they have to buy a wheel, a whole wheel? I'm curious, does anyone here buy a wheel of cheese? Like a proper big wheel? Not like a Baby Bell wheel, I'm talking about like a proper monster wheel. Yep, don't worry, just a reference to LBP. Yeah, it's like every time I go into, you know, Gribble Grunger, every time I go into his streams, my name is clearly Little Big Animation. It's a play on Little Big Planet with animation, but every time he always calls me Little Big Planet Animation. Where is the planet coming from, man? It doesn't say planet, it just says animation. Come on. Oh, hey Tom the Bomb, welcome to the stream. I think this is like one of the first streams you've actually you've joined in a long time. Last of Us Part 2 delayed. Also, hi mate. Yeah, The Last of Us news is more important than a greeting, I agree. But yeah, Jenkage, as you know him as Derek, he came in and told us the sad news, unfortunately, which is really, really disappointing. But hey, I'm going to play Final Fantasy VII. I'm going to create more of my game. So okay, so The Last of Us isn't coming out, but at least we can create more in Dreams, right? And we can play more games, and it means maybe I can get Persona 5. I can catch up on some other games instead. So it's not the end of the world, I guess. But I was really looking forward to it, though. I won't lie. Can you do an Aussie voice? An Aussie voice? Just the stereotypes. See, I love Jim Carrey, so like if you watch Dumb and Dumber, that's like the only Aussie voice I do. Well, you know, when he rolls down the window when he's in the limousine, you know, and he's like, "Good day, mate." I'm not even going to do the rest. He talks about putting a shrimp on the Barbie, but my accent just doesn't hold long enough to properly do it. See, I don't do impressions or accents or stuff like that, so it would be a fool's game to try. Mushroom, yeah, you love a mushroom, don't you? Phew, I can finally relax. Thanks, LBA, you're the best. Yeah, I mean, it would be horrible if someone just started to scope in and start deleting things. I'm just kidding, I'll keep it there. But to be fair, like, this is a survival horror, so things need to be quite horrible, so I'm going to delete some of these. So when you get to this scene, it's going to be a really creepy store, but then you're going to notice that some of these vegetable squares, they're empty, and that is going to be like worse than seeing a zombie for you. That's like the worst thing in the world. If South Park taught me anything, Canadians have a flapping head when they talk, and they talk fast. That's how you can tell the difference between them and Americans. What do you think, Panic Man? Does your mouth flap like that? Is it accurate? I know Canadians say oot. Scottish people say that too. Like, get out my house. Get out of there, man. And they also say sorry a lot. Apparently, they always apologise. They're really nice people, but people make fun of them for being nice. What kind of world do we live in where we make fun of people because they say sorry? Because they actually care. Crazy. Put another shrimp on the Barbie. Yeah, I'm not even going to try that impression, but you know, just watch Dumb and Dumber, the first one, when he rolls down the window. It's funny because she's from Austria. She's like, I'm from Austria. And then he's like, oh, good day, mate. It's so stupid, but so funny. If you never need an Aussie, I'll happily help. Okay, so are you from Australia then? Or can you just do an accent? You should put a carrot in the mushrooms so you see it and think, oh god. That is a good idea, actually. Like, let's just take a pile of them. And let's just, like... I kind of, like, scope in individually. Look at that, man. Nah, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to, like... I'll copy, like, one. There you go. Right. And we'll put it right there. What's that carrot doing in my mushrooms? That's insane. There you go. There you go. The curse of the carrot. Now, anybody that can see that, hopefully that bugs them. Oh, the horror. The absolute horror. Leave empty shelves in the toilet paper section. Yeah, that's actually something we're going to do. We're going to do... Maybe these shelves had toilet paper. We're going to make it like the most expensive toilet paper ever, but it's all gone. And then when you get to the hospital section, in the storage closet, there's going to be like tons of toilet paper, like an insane amount of toilet paper. Someone's been hoarding. That's what they did. They came here, they took all the toilet paper and they took it to the hospital for protection. Put a JJ Steve plushie in the vegetable counter. I guess that's a good idea, actually, because you do need to collect them all. So, if you need to collect them all, if no one knows, this is John Jerry Steve. He's like the mascot. He's actually a really nice guy. You know, just don't look at his leg. He's very sensitive about that. So here we've got our little plushie. This is what you need to find throughout the game. One of the collectibles. I hate it's kind of disturbing. Like when I move the small version of him, you can see the sack on his back moving in his hand thing. Oh, it's so creepy. Where should they go? Where do you think is more appropriate? I like that he animates. Maybe I'll keep that. Right, we'll put him in there. Right. Oh god, he's camouflaged with the tomatoes. Yeah, that looks quite good. You'll never see him. Oh hell yeah! Also, a hooser. Take off, eh? A hooser. No small human. What have you done? Yeah, this was all small humans. Problem, man. It's not good. It's not good at all. I'm Aussie. Oh, that's good then. You can do an authentic Australian accent. That's quite good then. Definitely. I mean, it would be good to get a variety of accents in projects. Won't somebody please think of the children? No, the children are all dead, unfortunately. There's only adults left in this zombie world. There's no zombie children. I don't know where the children are. They probably got eaten first, to be honest. Because when you think about it, when zombies eat people, right, and they turn them into zombies, it's like, how many of those zombies turn into zombies, and how many of those zombies just get eaten as a meal, you know? So maybe all the children were like first to go. They were like, because there wasn't a lot of meat on them, so maybe they got eaten like entirely, maybe. I mean, it's quite morbid to think of that, but you know, this is a zombie apocalypse, right? I actually have such a deep voice that even at age 14, most people thought I was over 18 years old. Wow. I mean, it doesn't really help your Russian German stereotype that you have a deep voice, you know, like, because the Germans, they're always like, oh, I'm from Germany, you know, and I'm like, what's up with the accents today? This stream is just dedicated to accents. I had a biology teacher, science teacher, and he learned how to speak. He could speak German, and he kind of played with it. He actually had a swastika uniform and everything. Like, he properly took it as a big joke, and he used to use the German language as an authoritative way to make people fear him, you know, because he would just start saying German things and be like, oh, you know, and everyone was like, oh my god, this crazy German guy. And never heard it, Vulture, and I'm old school like Bob and Doug are our gods. Aussie, 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 oi, oi, oi. That's a British thing, I don't know why. I guess British people just love chants, especially when it comes to football. I sound like I am in my 20s, but I'm 53 years old. Well, that's good then. A very clear voice. Clearly, hopefully you don't smoke. When will your game be playable? I'm trying to get a full demo out for the first character by the end of July, a second character demo by the end of September, and then the full game, assuming everything goes to plan, the end of November. So that's like my release schedule. So you'll get to play it from the end of July at least. I ate the children. Oh wait, it was Michael Jackson. Oh, wow. Those are just rumours, man. It's not true. Those people just wanted money. I'm telling you. Everything they said was a lie. No way. He just liked to play. He was just a big kid. He just likes to play. So, the plan is to release the game by the end of the year. Yeah, see, I've got my PR assistant here. He's already on the case. Okay, thanks, Isaac. Yeah, Isaac is 14. I think he's 16 now. You're welcome. And actually, most Germans don't even speak that roughly nowadays. They used to in the past. Are you sure? Deutschland, Deutschland. I am 16. Yeah. But even when I was 14, people thought I was over 18. Yeah, it's like, oh, don't mess with me. I'm hardcore. I play hardcore video games, and I've got the voice to prove it. Dang, I am like everybody's grandpa. I think you probably are one of the oldest people in the stream, because I think I tell a lie, because Gribble Grunger, when he comes into the stream, I think he's like 60 something. So Gribble Grunger, he's like the oldest in Dreams that I've came across. So you're not quite the oldest, Panic Man. Don't worry. I love Michael Jackson actually, and agree. LBA overkill on MJ. Yeah, him and Mr. Bubbles, they're like the perfect duo. They're so fun. It's a shame that they're in witness protection right now. Otherwise, we would have some great music. He's not really dead. Don't believe that. I'm telling you. We need to see some 89-year-old dreamers. That'll be us one day. I mean, if we're still gamers in the future, that'll be us. We'll be even if Dreams isn't a thing. If I ever get to turn 89, I'll deliberately whip out a copy of Dreams, and I'll be like, look, 89-year-old playing Dreams. Remember that stream on the 2nd of April 2020, when we were talking about people's ages playing Dreams, and you'll be like, oh yeah, I remember. Oh, I'm dead. That's it. Yeah, that would be good. What's happened to Gribble, by the way? Haven't seen him in ages. Hope he's alright. You know, I don't have all the facts, but I think Media Molecule put out a tweet, and I think he replied to the tweet, and he said something like, I'm not feeling too great, guys, but it's nice to know everybody else is having a good time on Dreams. So apparently he's depressed. I don't know though. I don't speak to him, so I don't know. But the way that he worded his tweet, it seems like he's depressed, which is a shame. It's never good. But maybe people who actually know him, maybe they can say more, you know. But yeah, I think it's put him off making videos and streams because of it, which is a shame. True, yeah. Wait for Dreams 5, and I will be that old. Well, yeah, definitely. You'll get there first. You'll beat us to the claim. Hey, Overworld Games. Hope you're having a great week. We're kind of like scene of a zombie supermarket in the cutscene. When we are holding shopping, they look at you, and there's 50 of them in there. Oh my god, that would be crazy. I think Dreams would explode if there was like 50 of them. But that would be cool if I could actually achieve that. Skyrim Grandpa. Do you play Skyrim? Interesting. That would take you a long time. See, if I had played everything that was in Skyrim, I probably would turn 89 by the end of it. It takes that long to complete everything in that game. Okay, that's a real shame. Hopefully he'll be back. Thanks, LB. I didn't know. Yeah, I literally only saw that one tweet, and then people were replying to the tweet like, "Oh, I'm sorry about your depression and stuff." So that's all I read about it. That was it. It's a shame. I tried 20 at once, but crashed Dreams. Crashed Dreams? I've never actually seen a dream crash yet. Yeah, I think for me, I'm going to try and keep my zombies like contained. So like, in one scene, maybe there might be the maximum 6 zombies, maybe. But I've heard the more zombies, the more puppets you use, the worse it gets. So I think I'm probably going to limit it to like 4 or 5 zombies, as long as I don't have performance issues. But as soon as I start adding all the animations and stuff, I might try and get around the problem. Like maybe I could like cut a puppet in half or something, you know, and have like a zombie just crawl on the floor or something. Maybe that will save me some thermal. See, it's practical and it makes sense. Yeah, that's rough. Yeah, it's never good. I don't wish that on anybody. It will be funny because of that time of the cutscene. You only have a pistol. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, you're like, oh my god, how am I going to solve this? Massive slowdown with spawners of over 20 enemies. Crashes Dreams. Oh man. Yeah, I'm not going to spawn anything then. I'll just have the zombies in the scene. Nobody spawns. They're already there. So if it works now, then it should always work. If not, then oh well. I shouldn't have trouble with enemies crashing the game. I'm planning to have 1v1 or 1v2 fights maybe. Yeah, keep it more contained. I'm just going to get some boxes. And there's an Xbox. Oh, Dream Puffs. We'll need that for our store. Oh, and a copy of Dreams as well. Nice. But I actually just wanted like an actual box, you know. Here we go, cardboard boxes. Someone made Amazon. This must be all the vaccines. Finally, they've arrived. Oh, that looks quite nice, the cell shady stuff. But let's go for this one. Let's go for a really boring box, right? Just to block off the scene, you know. Someone was stacking the shelves, right? Because when you stack shelves, there's a lot of cardboard boxes. So we'll put like these to like. How convenient! Someone's blocked the path with boxes, you know. Just my luck. Damn it. But that's how it goes in a video game, you know. You don't really get the luck. So I just need to like make a bunch of these, and I'll fix it properly, you know. Just try and like add some variety. So clearly they were trying to stock the shelves, and then suddenly the disaster hit, and then the guy that was stocking the shelf was like, "Thank God my shift is over. I can go home now and prepare for this apocalypse." So there, we've blocked off some of the areas, and then we'll put some of the vegetables around, and in here, let me just duplicate another bag just in case I want to keep a perfectly fresh bag. So let's see, can I move things? Right, let's take a big massive baguette. Do we have any French people? Is it a shout out to all the French guys? I think Porky Pick, if you're still here, there's a good wee baguette for you. We'll get some, what have we got here? We've got some battery cereal, if you like to eat some batteries. There you go, there's some batteries for you. We've got the milk, here's the spilt milk. We can maybe put some spilt milk over the conveyor belt and some on the floor, you know. I think that would be good to have lots of spilt milk. You can never have too much spilt milk. I think I need to take that out of the scene actually. I think I didn't take that out. Hold on. So yeah, I like to make them unique objects. Here we've got our carrots. See, these carrots are they're already. I don't think these are carrots. Maybe they're like parsnips or something. Because these carrots, these are proper Bugs Bunny carrots. You know. Let me go here. Got some tomatoes. I can just like duplicate those. Right. So, oh, I'll delete that. There you go. So you've got the carrot. I didn't scope out. There you go. Right. So there you go. Your bag is everywhere. Everything's gone, man. You've totally ruined everything. Your spilt milk can maybe be like here on the floor. Just like that on the edge. It's like on the floor here. Obviously we'll have tons of these vegetables. Especially these tomatoes, once they fall out of the bag, they go everywhere, man. They're runners. They'll be like one away over here, you know. That's how it always goes. There's always like one that goes like miles away. They always roll so far. There you go. There you go. That looks a bit better. Now we'll put some milk on the floor, and we'll need to fill some of these frozen things with some products. Maybe get a mop or something. Put a wee mop here. Someone was trying to clean up all the milk. And then, oh no, there's no time for that, Henry. We've got to go. The zombies are coming. Leave the milk. But it's spilt milk. It's going to pain me. Just leave it, Henry. There's no time. Alright, so I think that looks a bit better now, doesn't it? I hear the cats, yeah. He's going crazy outside. He's like... Because I let him out, he wanted to go out to eat, and now he's going crazy. He's like, let me back in the stream, you're hogging all the limelight. Let me just catch up here. Right, so yeah, you've got your fights. My first level is Egypt in desert, so massive open world. I want to fill with monsters. Yeah, you kind of need to do that, don't you? By the way, for a modern style Zelda game, would it make sense to have treasure chests be a cardboard box? Yeah, that sounds good. Makes sense. Modern setting, yeah, it's good. Will you stream Resident Evil 3? I was thinking about doing a hardcore stream tomorrow on Friday. I'm not going to stream the entire game. I'm not going to do multiple streams. It's going to be like a one-off stream. And if people like it, maybe one day I might stream Project Resistance if anybody has the game to play. But yeah, I'm thinking about doing it for like an hour and a half to 2 hours tomorrow, a hardcore stream, just have fun and see how it goes. The Z Supermarket, welcome Z Supermarket, where if you are a type of zombie who wants food like guts and other kind of human meat, come to Z Supermarket at your choice of price. That sounds pretty good. Maybe we will call that the Z Supermarket. It's got a nice ring to it. I think he will be doing some Resident Evil 3 coming up. Yeah, we'll see tomorrow. We'll see how it goes. Pork Pick is French, I think. Yeah, he is. So he's got his baguette. You'll feel it right at home. I'm making the Lemmy Winks bit from South Park. My South Park knowledge is not strong enough to know what that is, unfortunately. There's so many episodes, so many. I was more into Family Guy back then, but Family Guy sucks now. It may be an apocalypse, but there's no excuse for the carrot in the mushroom section. I know you can just imagine that scene, like everybody's like screaming. They're running around the store, they're trying to escape before the zombies grab them. And there's like, the guy standing here, he's about to leave, and there's like a bunch of zombies here coming for him. And he's just looking over at that, and the other survivors like, Henry, come on, we've got to go, and it's like it's like a Telltale game situation. It's like, do you leave and risk and get away from the zombies, or do you go and fix the error but then risk yourself or others getting harmed by the zombies? So it's like, oh, okay, I'm going to quickly do it. Alright, I'm going to move it. There you go, back in the right section. Oh no, the zombies got me. I'm dead. Oh well, at least that problem is out of my mind now, so I can die peacefully. I think that's how it's going to play out. I think that I've always wanted to make a zombie apocalypse comedy. I think that could be a good joke for it. I'll write that one down. We should scan Isaac and see how much he costs. I mean, hopefully he's not cheap. I hear the cats. Yeah, there's a lot. Your puppet is taking random pot shots again. Yeah, he just can't help it. Give him a gun, he just does what he wants. If you make enemies without being a puppet or without connectors, then you can use a lot more. Just have to move shapes around without connectors and animate them. Yeah, for monsters I think it would be possible, just because zombies are more human, it's harder. But yeah, definitely for non-humanoid monsters I'll definitely do that. I thought that was my cat. Everybody's got cats these days, it would seem. Let me just check this here. Yeah, I've got 3 cats, but it's one cat, it's the ginger one that was here. He's a bit vocal compared to the other ones. How much would I cost? What's anyone's guess? Maybe you're priceless to me. There you go. Feel good about that one. The cats wanted to contribute to the stream. Yeah, they've got so much to say, you know. Also, yeah, the cat's meowing is cute. The cat's 15 seconds of fame. Oh yeah, you'll remember this day. I thought the cats was in the game. No, not yet anyway. Zombie cats, how cool would that be? Sounded like the puppet was shooting at your cats. It's like, shut up, man. Hey Fox Act, welcome to the stream. Hope you're having a great week. Is LB not using move sticks? Is controller easier? Well, I think most people use the move for sculpting. Not everyone, but they prefer. I use the controller for placing scenes. I just think it's easier using move controllers all the time. I think my arms would hurt, to be honest. A cardboard chest. LBA uses the move controls. No, I don't. I don't use the move controls. I use the motion controls. I don't use the move controls. There's a difference. I personally prefer the sticks though. Yeah, there you go. Do you mean motion controls or the joysticks? Zator is better. What is Zator? Someone tell me that. LBA uses the controller motion controls. That's right, more specific. You got it. From what I've heard, motion controls are only good for sculpting. Yeah, pretty much. Even MM say the same thing. I heard there was probably going to be a Family Guy movie after Bob's Burgers. Bob's Burgers getting a movie? I did not realise that. That sounds cool. Thanks, Isaac. He's my PR guy. Got any questions? Direct it to Isaac. He knows all the answers. In the apocalypse, everyone cries from spilt milk. Yep. I mean, it's like, do you remember a time when we couldn't cry over spilt milk? You know, it's like a tradition. We can't let go of our humanity. We must always cry about spilt milk. Otherwise, who do we become? I was thinking of getting a dog and keeping him inside so he doesn't get manga worms. Oh wow, manga worms. That sounds quite kind of fruity. Okay, thanks LB. Yeah, no problem. Zombie store. Alright. It's like an abbreviation. The Zdor. Yeah, sounds quite nice. It's got a nice German kind of vibe to it as well. Maybe there's a German guy who thought, okay, the Z store, let's call it the Zdor. German and English combined. So I think we did pretty good today. Obviously we need to fill in the freezer, put some more products, not on the shelf but on the floor. Make things look a bit terrible. More spilt milk. A mop. Can we find a mop? Let me see. Mop. Yes, there's a mop. But is there a bucket to go with the mop? And there's a dog. Okay. Why is the thermal so high? Does someone want to tell me why that thermal was so high? I don't even think I can place this. It's that high. Let me see. Mop. Bucket. Let's be more specific. Literally this guy is the only one, but look at that. I can't. It's like I could use it, but unfortunately I don't have the space for it. I could lower my detail, but I'm too lazy for that. Look at the gameplay. Why is the gameplay so high? Someone needs to clean this up. Right, let's go for Mop 2.0. It must be good if it's 2.0. It's got a bit of an improvement on it. New and improved, now with 500% less connectors. My god. How many connectors do you need? And how big does this mop need to be, man? Right, there you go. Oh my god, the lag is atrocious. I ain't using that mop. No way. My PlayStation nearly blew up there. Yeah, I don't think we're going to have a mop. Screw the mop. We don't need the mop. There's no time for the mop. So yeah, I think we've done enough. So this is like the end of the streets. So I think next week we'll go back to the hospital and we'll start doing some of the rooms in the hospital. And hopefully by next week I'll have some of the inventory finished to show you. A functional inventory to show you working. And hopefully I can get it into the scene so that I'll actually connect it to the controller in the game. Look up fish in the Dreamiverse. There is literally a really small, kinda under detailed fish with 800% thermal. Wow, that's a lot. Let me see. Fish. This is like a SpongeBob fish. Fish 2. Another SpongeBob fish. I don't know what these fishes are, but they look good. Where is this massive fish? I must know. Well, what kind of fish is that? I think you know what kind of fish that is. It's got a big open mouth, I think, and it's got something going inside the mouth. So I think you know what that means. I don't know where the... Oh, is this the one here? 83% gameplay thermal. How is that even possible? Seriously, what the hell? They must have did something. No way can that be 83%. That's insane. LBA talking about the horrors of crying over spilt milk. Well, the music changed to something serious sounding. Wow, that was good timing then. I love it when that happens. Good stuff, man. Keep it up. Yeah, hopefully we'll... like I said, by the end of July there will be a playable demo for the first character in the streets. And hopefully by June, by around E3 time in June, even though we're not having E3, Media Molecule might host their own one. I'll try and make a trailer for it. Might be exclusive to YouTube. I don't know if I'll make a trailer inside Dreams. We'll see, because that takes even more work, because I'm going to have to make all the scenes work specifically for a trailer. But if you guys think a trailer would be good in Dreams, then I'll do it. But I was going to keep it exclusive to YouTube and Twitter, but I guess I can release it in Dreams. See, the reason why I didn't want to put a trailer in Dreams is because I'd rather keep my things playable. So the demos are good for Dreams because they can't play on YouTube, but the trailers are good for YouTube. So I get a good trailer out in June, get the demo out in July, wait a couple of months, put out the second demo, and then hopefully people are super hyped for it. Maybe put out another trailer before the game comes out, and then the game comes out and blows everybody's mind. So that's... But obviously if people notice this, they're going to give the game a serious downgrade in the score. But it'd be nice to see if you know, other journalists from like IGN or other people that are following Dreams, like Game Informer, people like that. Hopefully they pick this up. If it does get to the heights that I think this could get, like quality wise, if it's like someone's making Resident Evil in Dreams, not really, but if that helps with the marketing, go for it. I make all assets in my game, everything is by me. That must take a long time though. I'm not going to do that. No, for some things I will if I have to. Like if I want to make a proper mop that's not crazy, then I'll need to make one of my own. Pufferfish, you love a good pufferfish. Nah, you're wrong, it's not a pufferfish, it's something else. Pufferfish, no, you're wrong as well, it's something else. It's censored for a reason, guys, come on, think about it. I don't even know. Oh, you know. You know. Suckerfish censored? Almost. Almost. The reason why it's so high thermal is because they might have taken it out of a high thermal game. The game thinks it's still part of it, so the thermal remains the same. Really? Is that how it works? That's stupid. They need to fix that. Connectors for thermal, yeah, like all the things that you used for the joints and stuff in here. Got all your connectors, so you got your ball joints and all that kind of stuff. So if you use the ball joints, this is what you use to animate things, because it becomes like an arm, you know, like a joint like that. Not that kind of joint. The 99% thermal mop is still the best though. No way. Even the low thermal mop nearly crashed my PlayStation. That's enough. Hey Animator Boy, welcome to the stream. Hope you're having a great week. What are you doing in Dreams? Do you know how to create jump scares in this game? I guess so. I mean, like, one way you could do it is it's like you're walking, and suddenly someone's there and it's like, ah, I got you. There you go. I made a jump scare. If you play Fear of the Night, one of my first streams, there's a few jump scares in there. But I don't know how heavily I'm going to do jump scares in this game. I think it's going to be more about dread. You know, like, oh, I dread like going in this room, or oh, I don't want to know what's ahead. But maybe sometimes I'll do some kind of jump scares, like something bursts through a door or a window or something. I think it would be interesting to, not all the time, but just sometimes. I think it's because Puff is an offensive word. It is. Mrs. Puff from SpongeBob. She is the biggest ass in the world. It seriously is time consuming. Yeah, I mean, I only do it if it's necessary. Sculpting my own things. I think that Simple Fish costs so much because its graphics got increased to the max. A lot do that for objects. It's stupid though, because if it's an object that's in a showcase in a Dream, okay, fair enough, max out the thermal. But if it's being shared for people to use, don't, because I can't import that in my scene unless I bring it into my scene right at the beginning, and that's not always possible. Got to go, LBA. I'll talk to you and everyone later. Great stream as usual. Yeah, I'm probably going to go in a moment myself. I've got to go back to work soon. So yeah, take care, Alpha Werewolf. Thanks for joining us. The word puff is censored. Wow. I've just noticed, Scheme, you're here. I think I've totally blanked over your name there. Hope you're doing well. TC Wolf. The game also does that. You'd have a word that contains a bad word in it and it censors it. Yeah, it actually censors hardcore, because I was doing my difficulty settings and I was doing hardcore and it censored hardcore. The people that made the molecule, they have a filthy mind. Honestly, hardcore is not a dirty word. Yeah, Puffer, why is that censored? You mad puff, you mad cream puff. Is that even offensive these days? So many worse things. So the streamer guy with blonde ponytail made that great. Wow. Who has a blonde ponytail? Yeah, it's bloody annoying. Too restricted. Yeah. Horror game, huh? Oh yeah, this is a horror game, a survival horror. You gotta make sure you watch your ammo, your health. It's gonna be tough. It's called a Facker Fish, guys. Come on, yeah, you know he's getting warmer. With the goth pillars and toothy-bodied monster. Everything is offensive now because of Sony censorship. Excuse me. Oh, censored. That's not good. Yeah, it kind of sucks that Sony are taking this big, massive stance with copyright and stuff. So yeah, I'm going to have to go back to work soon. I'm going to have to get something to eat before I go back to work. So yeah, we accomplished what we wanted to do. One extra scene, roughly laid out. So I think the layout looks good. Need to see what it's like in play mode to make sure everything works. Well, how the hell did he get over there? How the hell are you moving so fast? Seriously, how? He was inside the supermarket, inside the store. How? Ah, never mind. Right, well, it's been a fire stream, guys. But I think I'm going to have to go and get something to eat now. I'm going to eat everything except from this one carrot parsnip thingy. I'm going to leave that one there. I think it's best to leave it there. So it's been great. Next week we'll do another crate stream back in the hospital. Tomorrow I may do a hardcore playthrough of Resident Evil 3. I never know because I have to work and things change, but I'll let you guys know if I'm going to stream tomorrow. It will be Resident Evil 3 on hardcore mode for an hour or two, and then on Saturday we'll do our regular play stream. So if you get any new levels, creations you're working on, let me know and I'll add that to my queue. Alright, thanks for the stream once again. This was a fun one. Yeah, it was pretty good. Yeah, food, I need to. Awesome so far, LBA. Yeah, well that's another area done. That's what keeps me motivated. Every Thursday we get at least one more area roughly done. So we're always making progress. Great stream, LBA as always. See ya. Yeah, see you later. Thanks for joining. Thanks for the fire stream as always, LBA. Looking forward to the next one. Hope it's just as fire. Oh yeah, man, that is just so lit, man. It's so great. Awesome stream. Yeah, no problem, man. Thanks for watching, guys. Fire. I'm gonna end the stream here, okay? So thanks for watching, guys. I'm starving now. All those vegetables, they really made me hungry. So I'm gonna have some spilt milk as well. So fire stream, guys, and I'll see you guys maybe tomorrow for the Resident Evil 3 stream, or on Saturday for the play stream. So until then, take care. Goodbye.